What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Thank you for joining. Please smash the like button if you're in here. Shout out to my shooters. I seen the conversation. Shout out to my shooters. Get a drummer some. No, my really. Get a drummer some. Get my shooters some. They be holding it down. Encouraging. We a family. Ego's army. We the squad. Last night, great night of fights. I'm drinking my... You know what this is? It's called a caffeinated water. So that's what I'm be drinking. I really need something to eat, but we're gonna see how this goes. I want to do a recap. Talk about, you know, people maybe had a chance to watch the fight again. I haven't. You have, but I haven't. I haven't watched it again, but I remember the fight pretty clearly. I don't have all the rounds memorized, but you know, I know what happened. I've been doing this long enough. Some people watched again. People, if they were drunk, maybe they're not drunk anymore. Emotions calmed down, subsided. Oh, I got the cheese popcorn. And listen, I'm gonna tell y'all what, when it comes to me, you're not gonna back me down. You know, you're not gonna force me to think. If you don't want to hear ego, me, that's me. If you don't want to hear my opinions on something, this is not the channel. Yeah, I've never been forced. Like, you're not gonna force me into thinking and seeing the fight how you want it. Now, we can reason with one each other, and if you have a good argument why Triple G won or whatever the debate is at the time, I'm open to that. But I have a backbone. You know, I'm not gonna just agree with you because that's what you want to hear. And in my honest opinion, I think I know what happens. I think I know what happened here. A lot of people, and I'm not trying to roast or nothing, but a lot of people are sheep. Canelo has had quite the black cloud over him. The first fight was controversial. A lot of people said Triple G won. I even said Triple G won, you know, when I was there live. A lot of people said Triple G, so he had the cloud of doubt surrounding that. Then the clenbuterol shit, cloud of doubt, you know. So, like Andre Ward said, Canelo came into this fight with a negative, you know, being down 2-3 rounds because of the public perception. I'm not making any excuse because he didn't look as sharp as he could have in the first fight, and he had the clenbuterol in his system for whatever reason. So that's his reality that he has to deal with, right? But Canelo already came in with these notions attached to his name. So that already set him back, you know. Like, if you were kicking it with Bill Cosby, right or wrong, he has like 50 different women accusing him of this, right? That's his reality. So, you know, if Bill Cosby goes into the mall, you know there are going to be some stares. Like, oh, you know, people chatter, whispering, like, oh, shit, that's Bill Cosby, he raping. I would like to talk. I did not rape the bitch. I just want to shop at the mall. No. You know, you see him, you would just be like, oh, because of what's attached to his name. So that's how Canelo came. You know, came in with the negative connotations attached to his name. Just like if you were to, like I said, if you were to see Bill Cosby out in public, you would be thinking, you know, not everyone, but a lot of people would be attributing his name and face to what he's going through right now, the rape case. That's a fact. So I think Canelo, this is what happens. I think a lot of people are sheep. So it was a close fight. It was a good fight, really good fight. And people, like, they want to be, everybody wants to be first, you know, everyone wants to be. So after the fight immediately happened, there was this notion, especially with the drama from the first fight, there was a lot of people who immediately jumped on the bandwagon and used that. You know, they used that scapegoat. Oh, Canelo, it was another robbery. Oh my God, bullshit. It should have been a draw, you know? And they immediately jumped to that. But then what hurt them is this. When you go with somebody else's point versus what you internally feel. See, when I think of a fight, I'm thinking how I feel, what I interpret it. I'm not waiting to hear what Abel has to say about it. I don't wait to hear HBO for sure. You know, Harold Letterman. Okay, Jim, let's say Triple G. Like, I don't wait. Like, you know, I can arrive as a grown-ass man, as an alpha male. I can arrive at my own conclusions. Now, again, I'm not saying that nobody can influence those views. Like, I might talk to one of my shooters, King Corleone or somebody, and they might tell me something, and like, oh, did you see when blah, blah, blah happened in round 6? Then I go back and watch, oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. But a lot of people, they move based on how others move, you know, and people immediately jump to this whole robbery shit. But if you really analyze the fight and break it down, and people start questioning you about it, it really wasn't a robbery. Me personally, I'm not in the business of overusing terms. Everybody's a bum. Everybody's a cherry pick. Every fight's a robbery. You know, this is how boxing fans act. They act like every single time things don't go the way you expected, it's a like. If somebody had Kovalev winning, mark my words, I picked Andre Ward, and I thought Andre Ward won both. First fight, very close. If somebody said Kovalev won, I was never mad at that. You know, I just told you I didn't agree. I thought Ward edged it out close. You know what I'm saying? See, look at Alfredo. He's a prime example of what I'm talking about. Alfredo, do you want to jump up in the hot seat? I'm going to give you the option because it's all, you know, we know Canelo won. Okay, listen, I'm going to put you in the hot seat. All you keep putting is Triple G won. I'm trying to talk about it. So if you want to talk about it and debate me, then we could do that. But I have some questions for you. So yes or no? You know, I'm sick of all this delusional fans, they robbed Triple G. One more response like that, I'm automatically putting you in the hot seat. Do you want to jump up in the hot seat? You keep saying he was robbed. Let's talk about it. Let's debate this. And we'll see who knows what about boxing and who really paid attention to the fight. French Montana got a boxing channel. That was corny. Look, man, block him. Shooters, block Alfredo. I told you. Just block him. He won't answer a simple question. We got to move on. Just block him. I'm not going back and forth. I wanted to have a civil conversation with you and go fact for fact. This is for anybody. We can go line for line, bar for bar. You can tell me your opinion. I'll tell you mine. But I'm not doing this ring around the rosy shit chasing y'all. If y'all want to smoke and y'all want to debate y'all point, fine. But you see what he just put? Triple G won. Do you want to be in the hot seat? God damn it, Triple G was robbed. Do you want to be in the hot seat? Why did they do that to Triple? I'm not playing these games. Either you want to talk the fight or you don't. You know, I'm not. This is the man fan shit. I'm not with that. So until somebody gets some balls and cojones to really debate this, then, you know, I'm just gonna keep going. But anyway, a lot of people are sheep, so they turn to the opinions of others. They look at their peer. Oh, how'd you score it? Hey, who'd you think won? I don't do that because I don't want to be influenced. You know, I'm sure King Corleone can attest to this. See, I don't like being like the next person. Not saying I'm gonna go out of my way to be different, but I don't want to see someone copy him deliberately and be okay with myself. That's not me. I like part of being a creative and a creator is being original to me. Like, that takes the fun out of it if you're trying to be like the next person. That's why you notice with my channel, since I came in the game, I was doing impersonations, impressions, and first looks and ego weight watch. I was doing shit nobody else was doing. Who was doing ego weight watchers type of video consistently before me and telling the tape and, you know, doing impression? Who was doing that consistently before me? Shout out to Joe Johnson, $5 super chat. Triple G, since he lost ego, you think he can back fighting warehouse workers and Uber drivers? Y'all having too much fun with this. Demetrius Barnes, $5 super chat. Shmoney gang. These fanboys got new excuses. It's the mafia now. See, I'm not doing with all that. I'm talking about it's the mafia and Golden Boy paid everybody off lovely. All this extra shit. But shout out to y'all for the super chats. Anyway, as a creative, like doing rap music, sometimes if I knew like an artist that I liked got on a beat that I was writing to and I hadn't heard it, shout out to Mexico, I see y'all. So as a rapper, as a writer, doing music, sometimes if there's like a Jay-Z Family Feud instrumental or something I was gonna write to, and I knew another rapper that I liked got on the beat, I would purposely write my shit first and not listen to their verse because I don't want to be influenced by how they came on the beat. You know, only my real musician, like people who've done rap might understand that particular analogy. Shout out to Abel. Triple G is a coward. Abel's a loser and a racist. Y'all going off. But for me, that's part of being creative. Like, I don't want to hear how people I like, you know, how Jada got on the beat or how Royce got on the beat if I'm doing the same beat, if I haven't heard it already, because I don't want to be influenced by that. You know, I don't want to like, oh, Royce came like da-da-da-da-da. I'm from the D, the Motor City, the beat. You know, I don't want to come exactly how he came, you know, or, you know, subconsciously, sometimes you could pick up little like idiosyncrasies and nuances. Like if Royce came on the beat and he was just like ba-ba, ba-ba, and switched up his flow, I don't want to like that. And then when I'm writing my verse, then subconsciously I'm saying different words, but I switch on the same part he switched. You get what I'm saying? That's how boxing is. A lot of people, they turn to their neighbor. They turn to HBO and listen with the volume up, and they care what other people. I look at boxing for the sport and what it is and what I seen. And what I seen yesterday was the smaller man, Canelo Alvarez, the runner, according to Abel Sanchez, give Triple G Mexican style. Shout out to Badu Jack, $20. It says, yo, Ego, what the fuck happened to the Mexican style? See, we got a super chat. Said the same thing. What happened to the Mexican style Triple G was talking about? Canelo stood in front of him the whole damn time. Triple G still didn't knock him out. That's what I'm saying. I've told this is, and see, this is why I'm so confident in what I'm doing, because I have tough skin. I've been doing this a long time. I've been called everything under the sun. But these dudes don't know boxing and they won't step up and actually battle it. So you can do name calling, you know what I'm saying? Like, because every time I go to these fights, it's never that same energy. You know, I don't go looking for trouble. I go to do my job and peace out, you know, but it's never that. So, you know, I got Ego's army in the crowds and shit. Like, you know, I'm not even trying to turn this into no fucking riot. But the bottom line is I can deal that, because that shows me its lack of a sound argument when the only thing you could say is fuck, you're ugly, or look at your beard, or take the glasses off. That don't mean nothing to me, because take the glasses off, you're ugly, that don't have nothing to do with Canelo Golovkin too. You know, you're just saying that because it makes you feel better. We get it. Shout out to Hosea, $2 super chat. I appreciate you. If Triple G won, then why did he storm out the ring? He didn't even look confident when they announced the winner. He had his head down and shit. He didn't look confident. Look at Canelo's defense, y'all. Hold on. I'm taking y'all motherfuckers to school. Look at Canelo's D, bro. This is after he was allegedly like hurt so bad, like HBO was saying. Look at that D. He looking like baby Mayweather. Oh, okay, get off me. Look, Look, Triple G throwing all these punches. Canelo, Canelo was flowing with it. That was after he was hurt. Now I know some people, they're like, oh yeah, new media, and they you know, they try to turn it into a joke and all that. But guess what? You ain't doing better than us. You ain't making more money than me. So, you know, that has to tell you something right there. If you know so much about boxing, see that what they do is they can't understand it. They can't understand how a motherfucker just come out the game from the mud and, you know, take the boxing game by storm and get love from the fighters and trainers and be himself. They can't understand it. So they try to, you know, oh yeah, this is not real media. Okay, new media, you know, make games and shit. But I've covered more fights than they have. But they say I'm not new media. I'm not real media. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Crazy. But, you know, proof is in the pudding. If what I'm saying is so false, why are people in the industry saying the same thing? Look, shout out to Fight Hub. They posted this. Hold on. It's over for you dudes. Just face it. None of that bullshit y'all was chattering makes any sense. Man, I don't know why I can't get that. Hold on. This is what I'm saying. Like, and this is the problem. This is a problem that you guys are going to continually face, being sheep. Because you listen to someone, you know, everyone wants to be the front runner. You listen to someone else's opinion without thinking it through or whatever. That's cool. But then when you do that, and then you have professionals like Andre Ward, Juan Manuel Marquez, Miguel Cotto, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., Marco Antonio Barrera, Errol Spence, the Charlo, they all said Canelo won. You know? So now you just stuck. You stuck. But look, this is on Fight Hub. Abel Sanchez, quote, I think Triple G took off the last round. Didn't do enough to win it convincingly. So, let me get this straight. The fighter that you're saying won, his own trainer says he lost a pivotal 12th championship round, the final round, and he took it off, and he did not do enough to win convincingly. That's what his own trainer is saying. Not ego. I know y'all like to blame me for everything. Oh yeah, you're the Canelo lover. Okay, Abel's not a Canelo lover, and he said Triple G took the 12th round off and did not do enough to win convincingly. End quote. And y'all still think y'all, oh, fuck that robbery. Okay. Shout out to Jesus Solis, $5 super chat. Abel Sanchez gave a class act though, even though him and his team were taunting Canelo before the fight, but Canelo channeled his anger well. That's true. Actually, I was surprised because Abel, based on how he did in the build-up, I thought he would be more the one that's like salty. But Triple G was the one that had the worst sportsmanship, you know, walking straight out. Bro, listen to this. Just listen to what I'm saying. See if it makes sense to you. They're saying, oh, you're full of shit. You're biased. But his own trainer said he didn't win the 12th. He gave that round away. How can you, when you lost most of the first half, how could you afford to give the 12th round away and take a round off as champion? Knowing, you know, also knowing Canelo's popular. How are you going to take the final round off in a close fight? Per his own trainer. So check this out. Using his own trainer's logic, he says basically Canelo won the 12th. So what did Triple G do from rounds 1 through 11 where he destroyed Canelo? Because the 12th, that's already a Canelo round, per his own trainer. So that's no longer in question. So what rounds did you give Triple G 1 through 11? One was not even like super explosive. It was kind of a filler round. Canelo was landing more power shots, and Triple G was very good on the jab. So once again, so you gave that to Triple G because he was pumping out a jab. But then when Mayweather throws his jab, y'all say he's boring and running and all he does is pot shot. All right, let's see. I'm going to try again. Warlock HSC or HCS. Ego, you know this fight was rigged. Triple G won. Do you accept the hot seat? If you say anything except, this is for Warlock, anything other than a yes, put me in the hot seat, or no, you will be removed from this chat. Balls in your court. Warlock, do you accept the hot seat? I want to debate you. I challenge. It's challenge day, motherfucker. Black Panther style. And I challenge you. You want to just say it? We'll see. Test your knowledge against the Don Dada. All right, grab your popcorn. We have a hot seat. All right, so First 11 rounds, which rounds did you give to Triple G? Because we already went over this. His trainer said he didn't get the 12th round and he took it off. So, everyone grab your popcorn. We're waiting on Warlock's response. If you say anything dumb, because I haven't eaten, I don't have the patience. If you say anything dumb, you're automatically disqualified. This is a real debate about a real subject and a real fight. If you start making up shit, you're out of here. And my shooters will clap. So, good luck. What rounds did you give Triple G 1 through 11? Because the 12th is already conceded by the other side. Someone said he's Googling. That ain't gonna help him. Because we have time limits here. One through 11. All right. You're full of shit already. He said he gave him rounds 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 5 rounds in a 12-round fight. So, strike one. You just told me 5 rounds that Triple G won in a 12-round fight. So that means Canelo won 7 rounds. You sound stupid. Strike one. Strike two, you gave Triple G round 7. And immediately after that round, Abel Sanchez told Golovkin to his face in the corner, hey, bud, we're losing this fight. You got to pick it up. Strike two. Who won it? I told y'all they can't go against me because they can't argue. I said, what rounds 1 through 11 did you give them? And you named 5 rounds out of a 12-round fight, meaning Canelo won 7-5. These dudes are these young boys can't beat me. I told y'all. We just gonna make examples out of them. You gave, so that means you gave, I'm not mad at that. That's actually a solid scorecard. Cool, you gave him 5 rounds. Except for round 7, he didn't win that. Triple G controlled the fight with the jab. Strike 3. Let's vote. Now he's saying, so why did you only name, if he controlled the fight with the jab, then why'd you only name 5 rounds out of 12? If he got his L, put y'all L's up. If he got, that's not, 5 rounds is not even a draw, partner. You could at least said it, threw an extra round in there. All right, shooter, get rid of him. That's it. They say I won. They said there's some easy work for me. Okay. Shooters, please get rid of this dude. Warlock gotta go. You obviously weren't no sorcerer to me, because I figured out that spell and I broke that spell. I broke that curse. Damn, Ego, you are acting like a fool. Well, amino acid, you can get burned like acid. You could be next. It doesn't matter to me. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all talking about unless y'all trying to beat me in this hot seat. Talking about I'm acting like a fool. Nah. How am I? How's it? I'm acting like a fool and they saying dumb things. But it's all, again, I get blamed. Listen, this is another reason. Aside from I've been doing this for a while, this is another reason. Check this. This is actual facts. I'm gonna do this like a rap battle. This is actual facts. Before the fight, I said, hey, Golovkin's a good fighter. I'm picking Canelo though. Here's why. They say you dick riding. They say you suck that Canelo's dick. That's what they said to me before the fight. They said, oh, you just love Canelo. You sucking Canelo's dick. This, that, and the third, right? Canelo wins the fight. I'm telling you, I agree with the decision, and it wasn't a robbery. I explained why. Guess what? They still say, oh, you got a hard on for Canelo. You sucking Canelo's dick. That's why I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck because you can't please everybody. You know, either way, they're gonna, you know, I can never be the good guy. So fuck it. It can't be 2 good guys. I chose to be the bad guy. Fuck it. Because you can't please everybody. Before it happened, they said I was dick riding. I was sucking Canelo's dick because I picked him to win. And then after he does win and Golovkin's face looks like tenderized clenbuterol steak afterwards, they still say I'm sucking Canelo's dick. And he really won. So how do I win in this situation? No matter what happens, I still, you know, I'm still pinned as the Canelo dick sucker. So fuck what y'all talking about. Unless you could prove me wrong. That's how this goes. That man Golovkin face looked like clenbuterol steak. imported from Mexico. His face looked crazy. And he's talking about, oh, he controlled it with a jab. Listen, jab is an effective tool. I love the jab. You know, it's fundamental. More fighters need to use it. Golovkin has a very good jab. However, peep this. Block amino acid. I'm not playing games with that boy. Shooters, just block amino acid. He no longer welcome. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You no longer welcome in my shit. We run this. I didn't say you're wrong. No, don't back off the blocks now. You out of here. You've been putting continually dumb stuff. See, I see everything. Don't let the glasses fool you. I see all the shit y'all talking about. Get him out of here. Anyway. Somebody told me too. They said you're fucking full of shit. I said, why? They said pound for pound, Jaime Munguia said Golovkin won. Like, first of all, pound for pound, that's a bit of a stretch. So that already tells me you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because at this point, I like Jaime Munguia too, for the record. But to call him pound for pound, I don't even know if he's calling himself pound for pound. So you sound stupid. It's on my Instagram. I can show y'all. You know? So I'm like, what do you mean pound for pound, Jaime Munguia? What has he done to be pound for pound? You know, and like I'm gonna kick actual facts. And you know, we're gonna dive on the race card shit. But there are a lot of fans that I've seen who are Mexican that hate on Canelo. Like, they don't like it. They don't like him because they think he's a pretty boy, and you know, they don't think he's like repping right and shit like that. So, you know, people have their own little like personal grudges and stuff like that. You know, some people might be mad at Canelo for the failed drug test. They might be mad at him for the vacated belt. I'm talking about the fight, what we seen in the actual fact. You know, yeah, a lot of people didn't like Oscar. You know, they look at Canelo as like, you know, even though he speaks fluent and doesn't really even speak English, they look at him like he's a like gringo and shit. Like, it doesn't even make sense, but whatever. You know, because Canelo got dog in him. You know, he's not like, I don't know, he's not like an Uncle Tom type of Mexican, but whatever. You know, people hold whatever grudge. And you know, I don't care. I think George Lopez, he said, oh, if you think Canelo won, Oscar really has a chance to be president. But then again, like, you know, no disrespect George Lopez like that, but who is you in this boxing game? You know, I'm like, when have you ever heard George Lopez get on the mic and then just start breaking down Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, really start breaking down? So I'm not talking about these sometimes boxing fans. I'm talking about the people who live this. Like, I don't see George Lopez talking about like Wilder, Joshua, and everything in between. You know, when Joshua's fighting Povetkin, I don't see him talking about fights like that. So a lot of these people just come out the woodworks for big fights. We're not talking about them. That's cool. You know, boxing has enough space for everybody. I'm talking about the real motherfuckers who live this day in and day out shit. You know, Canelo won that. And yeah, talking about pound for pound, Jaime Munguia. Yet Marco Antonio Barrera, Marquez, Andre Ward, these are actually like really guys who are like pound for pound Hall of Famers and shit. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., whose son lost to Canelo, so if he wanted, he could have a grudge, right? Miguel Cotto. These dudes all said Canelo won. You know, you gonna tell me with George Lopez and Jaime Munguia? Listen, I'm sure there are some people that had Triple G winning, but it was a close fight, and I'm telling you why none of that matters. I'm telling you why I think Canelo won. You know, once again, you guys are running out of room to breathe because his own trainer didn't sound confident that they won. He was talking about it was a draw. You have to look at the psyche. Abel Sanchez and Golovkin both protested the fuck out of the first fight because they really thought they won, and arguably they did win, right? So even though they kept their belts, the fact that they ruled it a draw, they were like, man, fuck no, this is bullshit. So why would you be content now and okay with the draw? That's a testament in itself, because in the first fight, you know you won, so the draw was unacceptable to you, right? Facts. I was at the first fight. As media credentialed, I was at the post-fight press conference. So explain that. Why were they protest when they thought, because they really thought they won the first fight. That's why they were like, a draw is bullshit. Even though they got to keep their belts, they're just like, no, it didn't go down like that. But now you have Abel Sanchez, who's talked a lot before, you know, in the buildup, and now he's okay with the draw. You know, what would make a person sway like that? You know, first fight you really thought you won, and you weren't okay with the draw. Now Abel's own words post fight Canelo Golovkin too. He's like, oh yeah, I had it a draw. But if you really knew you won, then why wouldn't you act like you did in the first fight and say, fuck that, we won hands down? You know, why weren't you so adamant? So that's a testament in itself to me. That's, you know, that's more circumstantial, but to me it means something, because the first fight was ruled a draw, and they did not like accept that. They were like, nah, that wasn't a draw. That's bullshit. They were saying, you know, I don't know if they said bullshit, but they were just like, no way. The judges need their heads examined and shit. But now all of a sudden, you had it a draw in the rematch, and you're okay with the draw. Another stream, you out here killing the ego. Man, we got work to do. I'm schooling these boys. I told you, crush your enemies totally. All that dumb shit is in boxing is done. You know, just saying whatever, you know, but again, to me, a lot of people are sheep. So it was all too convenient to just blame judges and call this a robbery without looking at it. And a lot of people went with that. I'm not going with that, because it wasn't no robbery. It was a good fight, epic fight, instant classic, you know, arguably fight of the year, but it wasn't no robbery. You know, a lot of people just go with the low-hanging fruit. Me on my channel, if I agree with the low-hanging fruit, then I'll go with it too. But if I don't, then I'm content as a man, as an alpha male, being by myself. Because I immediately got on the live stream and told you how I felt about the fight. And it wasn't some people, oh, you're just saying that because your prediction. I don't give a fuck about a prediction. You know, when it comes down to it, I care about what the growth of the sport of boxing. You know, I don't care about being right that much with the fight prediction, because I've been wrong before. I'm telling you what I really seen. But I'm content being on my own. You know, I didn't know Andre Ward and all these Charlos and all these other fighters who were there and watched it had it the same way as me. I just did my own live stream. But then again, I don't need a professional fighter to influence my opinion of what I saw, you know. And boxing, like I said, it's almost like an acquired taste, because people go see a movie, you don't ask, you know, you might ask what they thought of it, but you make up your own mind for the most part. If, you know, you make up your own mind if the movie was good. You don't be like, oh, was it a good movie? Oh yeah, it was a good movie, you know, and get all, now you happy because someone said it was a good movie. Like, you would just determine if it was a good movie to you. But luckily, when you keep it a buck, things tend to work in your favor. Charlo.
Canelo with the victory, well deserved.
He just said Canelo with the victory, well deserved. From Charlo.
It's good. I like Canelo, man. Canelo, like, I just didn't get how Triple G said mental style, but he was backing up his move, and he was.
This is Errol Spence. This is Errol Spence, undefeated IBF welterweight champion. Listen.
How Triple G said mental style, but he was backing up his move.
Excuse me.
Good. I like Canelo, man. Canelo, like, I just didn't get how Triple G said mental style, but he was backing up his move, and he was trying to box. Like, if you want to fight, fight. Canelo stood there and tried to fight him, and he kept backing up and kept boxing.
Yeah, he wasn't fighting. He was pushing his punches. He wasn't trying to knock him out. He was pushing the punches.
That's Errol Spence and his trainer, Derek James. Bro, this is why new media is so necessary. I'm saying, I said the same exact thing before these fighters and before their interviews were uploaded. Now you hear the fighters saying the same exact thing that I said. Once again, look at old media and you never find people who are saying the same. Like, okay, when you put a camera in front of Errol Spence's face, he's not like, oh yeah, Canelo Alvarez, he lost, Triple G was robbed, what a fucking joke, I'm never watching boxing again. Once again, old media, how come nobody is saying the radical things that you guys are saying? But things that I've said regarding this fight, you have true professionals and a lot of them saying the same thing. Errol Spence just broke it down beautifully. This is what I told you. How you going to request Mexican style, get it, and then now all of a sudden you don't want to eat Mexican? You know what I'm saying? That's like saying, oh, I'm going to this taqueria. What you want? And I'm like, oh, that sounds hella good. You going to the taqueria? Let me see the menu. Okay. Oh, they got tacos? And I'm juiced. I'm like, man, I'm starving. This sounds good. All right. Give me a al pastor. Give me the carne asada taco, side of beans and rice with cheese. And I'm gonna take a super burrito. They go to the store, come back in 15 minutes. Your food's here, piping hot. You were starving. You said this is what you said you wanted, right? Now you don't have an appetite. Now you, what is that, Mexican? I don't want Mexican food right now. I want to eat a salad. What changed? You know, that's an analogy for you guys. You had an appetite for Mexican food. Somebody promptly goes to get it. I'm not talking about like a week later, you know, and then come back with the Mexican food. They present what you said you wanted, and you didn't do nothing with it for a large chunk of the fight. No excuses. Ricky Samuel, $2 super chat. Ego was good. $7.90 in the chat. Smash the like button. Listen, the only way these live streams can come and interrupt like sleep, my sleep, and eating and stuff is if y'all have the engagement. We need the likes to get these live streams cracking. If not, these streams are going to get shorter and shorter. It got to make sense. There's no way we have 800 sustained people listening to the streams consecutively, but ain't nobody hitting the like button. All right, we got a hot seat. Oh, he got blocked. Never mind. I'm trying to get that work off. But listen, in the comment section, you notice these dudes just keep saying, "Oh, Triple G won," or "This is you guys are fucking biased." No explanation, no description, no breakdown. It's just you guys suck and you're biased. Listen, we have to push those likes up, or this is going to be an extremely short stream from this point on. There's no reason, unless this number is false, there's no reason we need 800. Like, it doesn't even make sense to have 800 people in here, and in the likes, we don't have 800 likes. So I don't know. I don't know if YouTube puts a fake number up or some shit. But that's crazy. If y'all want to continue breaking this fight down, layer by layer, brick by brick, y'all got to show some love with the likes. Leave a comment too, you know, all that. We got to get this all the way cracking. We run boxing. Block the dude that said I disliked. That's fuckboy shit. If you disliked, you disliked. That's cool. But the fact that you had to announce it, you blocked. Block Paladin too. We could keep doing this. Y'all saying stupid shit? Okay, we got you. I told you we having a block party. I'm not worried about these dudes. But Errol Spence brought up a phenomenal point. Phenomenal. He said the thing I didn't get is how is he going to say Mexican style, he want Mexican style, and then Canelo stood in front of you and you backed up. It made no sense. All right, get smurfed on. Oh, let me get this one, shooters. Get smurfed on. He said, I'm hating on Triple G for the thumbnail. So, showing a picture of what Triple G looked like after the fight and Canelo looked like after the fight in a picture that I didn't make for the record. You know, it's on Instagram. Somebody sent me, right? And I use it for the thumbnail. How's that hating on Triple G? I didn't create that picture, and I didn't doctor up the picture. It's not a Photoshop. You have one response, and that goes to, what's his name? Where's this dude at? What's his name? Oh, get smurfed. Yeah, that's it. You have 15 seconds. We're not waiting all day for you. I'm not gonna lag this stream because of you. 15 seconds to tell me how I'm hating on Triple G by showing how he looked post-fight and how Canelo looked post-fight. It's not my fault if his face looked worn post-fight. I didn't do that. Canelo did that. Blame him. Don't blame me. Again, these dudes are so emotional. They can't win with this emotion. I get blamed because Triple G doesn't have a defense and his face look like a meat grinder. So that's me hating on Triple G. Floyd Mayweather, if I put a post-fight picture of him, it's not my fault if his face don't look like that. All right, block him. He says, but Ego, you posted that already more than once, clearly hating. All right, you sound like you clearly hating. Get the fuck out of here. That's not a good answer. Block him. His name is Smurfed. We step on Smurfs. You too little. We done with that. See how I get blamed for everything? I get blamed for everything. Like, the fucking Hurricane Flores. Like, oh, Ego, why did you create this hurricane? Like, what? Why did you post a picture of Triple G's face? M. Greg, block him too. Listen, I could do this all day. Do you know how much money I won last night? Like, we could do it all day. We got plenty of audience right now, with or without people who are saying the stupid shit. We having a party. Oh, we having a party. We just do a block party. We on that James Tony. We having a party. Oh, again, it's all these excuses. I didn't know y'all would take it this bad. You know, they taking it bad. They on. J-Dog said, man, fans on suicide watch. That's what happens when your Lord and Savior do YouTube videos and don't know what the fuck they talking about and lead you astray, and now you gotta regroup like they always have to do. You gotta regroup and discuss the new excuse. That was no robbery. Errol Spence just told you he said it perfect. He said exactly what I said. How do you request Mexican style? Get it, and then you have no answers for it. Because once again, Triple G, like I've told you, does not fight to the dictionary definition that they gave of Mexican style. Simply don't. I told you this for the longest. Once again, more vindication for me, for the army, Eagles Army. Look at Manuel Martinez. Get him the fuck up out of here. We just having a party. Listen, he says, shut up, dude. That's it. That's all they can say. You guys see it, so we just having a party. We having a block party. I enjoy this. Shout out to Desmond. Real tight comment. He said, yo, Ego, that body work from Canelo. Awesome. Block Big Boy. Oh, we having a party. Yeah, this don't hurt me. Y'all the one that got to come back with several accounts. You ain't gonna slow up my stream. So they stay hating on you because you're saying the truth. Listen, it don't matter. Before the fight, they say, "Oh, you sucking Canelo's dick." Then he wins, and they making excuses, and then they still say you sucking Canelo dick. So you can't win for losing. So I'm not really worried about it. You know, I'm not here to seek validation from strangers. You know, name calling because they don't have no argument. Block Josh. Oh, we having a party. Josh Ura. That name sounds feminine too. Josh Ura. you're out of here. How about that? Hey, shooter, Josh Ura, you're out of here, motherfucker. Get him the fuck out of here. Y'all can keep hating. I don't have to make 1,000 accounts to come back. This is my channel. I'm gonna be here. Yeah. So yeah, just a bunch of excuses. And Triple G, if he wanted to win the fight, he should have did what. See, this is the other thing I look at. We getting back to it. Because they're gonna just keep nonstop trying to distract me. So I'm gonna focus on the. J Dog said, "Josh, you're a bitch." That was good. I like that. Oh my God, Ego. I don't even know I'm on this track. I'm gonna let Ego's Army ride on you. But listen, we gonna keep this going. I can't be focused with all these comments because they trying to distract from the message so the message don't get out, and I can't do that to the real ones, you know, that want to hear it. Ego's Army. So shooters, just police the comment section. I'll be keeping an eye on it too. But if you guys can hold me down, listen. Triple G and Abel especially. Roy Jones said the same thing. He requested Mexican style. Canelo was there to be hit because he was in front of him and he was coming forward and walking him down. Let's look at Floyd Mayweather. This is why Floyd said Triple G is solid, no special effects. Triple G, everything that they've built him up as, brick by brick, has been slowly block sublime 1996. It's easy. Everything that Triple G had, like, he was supposed to be this impeccable cutting off the ring artist, impeccable counterpuncher, massive power. Nobody, you know, they were even saying Mike Tyson power and all this stuff, right? Mexican style, come forward through anything and adversity. Little by little, in fight after fight, we've seen those things aren't true. You fight a big puncher like David Lemieux, you fight smart behind the jab. Like, I'm not getting too close to this motherfucker. You know, I'm not going to slug it out like Gary Spike O'Sullivan. See, at least Gary Spike O'Sullivan, I mean, he paid for his trouble because he got knocked the fuck out in 1 round. Triple G, being smart and being a seasoned amateur, shout out to Angelo Evans. He knew, $5 super chat. He knew better, you know. Triple G knew that David Lemieux had cracks and that he had to be, you know, responsible. So he used his height and used his jab. Have no problem with that. The only problem is when you lie to the public basically with this gimmick and say you're Mexican style, but then you don't present that, you know. And I told you guys for a while the Mexican style was like a gimmick because he's not even fighting in the way that he says what he is. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you're saying you're Mexican style and you outline what Mexican style is to you, but at the same time you're not even fighting how you say Mexican style is. You know, you fight elite guys or elite punchers, work behind the jab, you know, shit that other people criticize Floyd for, right? But little by little, we've seen it chipped away at Golovkin's, like, array of what he does. After he got hit with the shot and then he came and cracked Daniel Gill, everybody was like, oh, HBO especially, they're like, oh, he's an incredible counterpuncher. So when Canelo was pushing forward for 7 rounds straight, you know, and even throughout the fight, even hurt or not, you know, when he's pushing forward, where was that counter punching? Here's an example for you guys. I'm going to really break it down. When have you ever seen somebody get aggressive and walk Floyd Mayweather down for 7, 8 rounds straight and not get their fucking noodles, their face counter punched off? Name the fight. Name any fight from Floyd. He has 50 of them. Name any fight where somebody aggressively stalked Floyd Mayweather for 7 to 8 rounds straight and he was only jabbing. Like, he wasn't getting off no looping shots, no sweeping rights and left hands, no uppercuts. Ivan, you in the hot seat. Watch how I do this boy Greasy. These dudes are so retarded. These dudes are retarded. They can't beat me. These young boy, Ivan, which Maidana fight? The number 1 or 2? Number 1 or 2? Listen, if you guys are just guessing, you might want to stop because you're about to be in the hot seat. Ivan. So, okay, Ivan Lovera. You're in the hot seat. So you mean to tell me that Floyd Mayweather was only throwing jabs for 7 to 8 rounds in the Maidana first fight? Yes. Okay, you're full of shit. Because Floyd Mayweather got a cut in that fight, and he was fighting off the ropes. And he was like countering Maidana. So how is he? So he was just, when he was fighting off the ropes, he was throwing nothing but jabs? That's what you're telling me? He was just jabbing off the ropes? These dudes is desperate. I'm telling y'all. And listen to, I said 7, my chat is delayed. You making excuses. We don't care about that. So Floyd was jabbing off the ropes. That's what you're saying? That's all he was doing versus Maidana in the first fight. All right, I'm about to body bag this man. This is round 1. Round 1. Look. Oh my God, hold on. Maidana trying to bully him. Look at Floyd on the ropes. Round 1. Look, watch. He's trying to find an opening. Find an opening. Look at that uppie. Look at that uppercut. You've already been proven wrong in 10 seconds. Shout out to Andrea Sanchez, $5 super chat. Viva Mexico. First of all, Maidana was like rough and he hits hard, so he was trying to find his spot, and he shot the uppercut. So what are you talking about? How is that? How is he only jabbing? When did you see Triple G shoot like mad uppercuts in the first 7, 8 rounds and hooks? That was just round 1 that I showed you. CE King Fight News, no. He said, thing with Floyd, he always puts 2 punches together. These dudes just make up shit. They make up their own reality, and then they have the nerve to call me biased. Look. Hook. And I can't, you know, for copyright reason, I can't show like the whole shit. So you sound crazy. Let's vote. He said Floyd threw nothing but jabs for 7, 8 rounds. You clearly didn't watch. You clearly didn't watch the Maidana first fight. He was throwing hooks, uppercuts, fighting off the ropes. It was not just a jab. If Ivan got his L, and again, I wish I could just show you guys the whole fight, but I can't for copyright reasons. Put your L's up. That's it. Nobody. These dudes is, again. This is where new media gets into their groove, because the more they lie, the better it looks for us. All right, get Ivan out of here. Ivan Lover. He said I was answering to who attacked Relentless. No, you trying to back off the block. You knew what you was in the hot seat for. You see how they try to switch it? You see how they try to switch it when they get proven wrong? They argue the dumb point. See, this is what I'm talking about with boxing fans. It's so emotional that they hate Floyd or whoever. They'll just say whatever to damage the name. And then when it comes time to intelligently talk it, break it, show examples, Show what you're talking about. They can't do it. It's that simple. Once again, let's try this again. I'm having fun with this. Shout out to Raul Ramirez. Ego, I appreciate what you've been doing, how hard you work. I sent you a picture in your DMs. All right, I'm going to check it. Yeah, I'll check it later on. Once again, I'm going to ask the same exact question. For 7-8 rounds or so, who has limited Floyd to just jabbing? What fight? What fight? What fight where he couldn't get no hooks off, no uppercut? Block Jesus Garcia. Notice the names of the people who are hating too. Look at their faces. If they have pictures, look at their pictures and look at their names. I'm going to keep saying that. Just see if you ever see patterns of the people who are hating. He said Floyd Mayweather chicken running. Okay. Jesus Garcia, you've been blocked. DHP Jr., $10 super chat. Triple G is the Ronda Rousey of boxing. The hoe got exposed. Wow. Once again, let's try this again. They want to say Floyd Mayweather chicken runner and chicken little and bok and all this. Name somebody who limited Floyd to jabbing only, Cotto, any of them, for 7 or 8 rounds. Like who is aggressively stalked Floyd and he wasn't counterpunching him? That's the question. Name somebody who's aggressively stalked. This is the question. Listen, you got to listen to the whole question now. Block Carlos Espinoza. He said, love Mayweather, but what do you think about Floyd Castillo? He's trying to, we know what you're trying to do. Carlos Espinoza. Look at the names, look at the profile picture, and see if you notice any patterns. I'm not talking about the Castillo fight. I don't care about Castillo fight. You're trying to derail the whole conversation. My question is relating to this current fight. Listen, everybody who's hating, look at their names, their usernames, their faces, their pictures, if they even have a picture. Just tell me if you guys notice any patterns with the people that are doing the most hating. That's all I'm asking. No, I'm not just saying anything. All I'm asking you guys to do is when you see people hating and distracting from the conversation, look at their usernames, look at their profile pictures, look at their faces, and look at the whole, the whole picture and see if you notice any patterns. New media. Bottom line is, let's try it again. Name somebody who for 7, 8 rounds, 9 rounds, limited Floyd to just jabbing. Ricardo Garza, he says, fuck the Mayweathers. Look at the names, look at the faces, look at the profile pictures, if they have it. Now block Ricardo Garza. They trying to distract from the message. I want someone to answer the question. Shout out to Desmond Keemer, $5 super chat. Nobody's limited Floyd. Someone said nobody limited Floyd to shit. I'm done. Because he's a complete fighter. Triple G's good, but Canelo neutralized him for the first half of the fight. And he was listen, how are you a revered... here's another... We'll talk about counterpunching. We'll talk about my own, some personal list of mine. Counterpunchers. Juan Manuel Marquez is one of my favorite counterpunchers of all time. What fight has Marquez ever been in where Marquez, the counterpuncher, for 8 rounds landed nothing other than a jab? So look at the wars he had with Pacquiao. I'm talking about he got knocked down 3 times by Pacquiao in the first fight, in the first round. When has Marquez, a notable, literally one of my favorite counterpunchers of all time, when has Juan Manuel Marquez never threw hooks, body shots, uppercuts, and somebody limited, like you could look at his work, Chris John, Tim Bradley. I'm talking about through the duration of 8 rounds, he's just working behind a jab only. Jab. We're talking about Mexican style now. This is an actual Mexican fighter. Shout out to Nacho Bearstein and the Romanza gym. Name the fight where Juan Manuel Marquez for 8 rounds was limited to a jab, because to me, he's one of my favorite counterpunchers. So unless you know of a fight that I don't know of, Ego, you fat bastard and a hater too. You ain't on Canelo's payroll, so get off his nuts. Fuck boxing ego, old sensitive grown man. CR7 Ronaldo. You feel better? Look at the names, look at the faces of the people that are doing the most hating. You know, I'm fat and ugly and all right. Well, what does that have to do with it? That's cool. UGLY, you ain't got no alibi. I'm ugly. I've never seen droves of grown-ass men who care this much about what another man looks like. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, why would you care? Like, men judge me more than women. You know, like when I talk to women, they're not looking me up and down and look, your beard looks weird, and you know, on some MGK shit, and like, oh, look at you and you're fat, and you know, like, but I got men breaking me down. Really weird. You know, really weird that men be sizing me up. You know, and all this fuck you that. Listen, I'm a vlogger. I be at the fights. I vlog when I'm at the fights. It's that simple. Ego's army gang. You know, all this fuck boy, you fuck, you bitch. I'm all that. I'm gay. I don't get no women. You know, I'm not on someone's payroll. All that stuff you said, that's true. Till you meet me. Total bad guy. £5 super chat. I lost money on Triple G to knock out Canelo in round 7. You called it correct, Ego, but I doubt you could foresee Canelo taking Triple G to school. I mean, you can doubt whatever you want, but I called the fight. I literally said majority decision. That was the first thing I said. Eric713 says Ego looking thick. Block him, please. Once again, these are grown men who care what I look at. Listen, shooters, just handle it, because I got to keep going with the stream. He says, just kidding. You're still blocked. You played the little kid games. Go to someone else's channel for that. I'm talking boxing. Listen, I'm talking boxing. They talking me. That's how you know we made it. Mama, I made it. I'm talking boxing. They talking me. You know. Shout out to Carlos Soto, $5 super chat. And De La Hoya versus Mosley 2. Oscar landed about 100 more punches and lost because Mosley's power punches. Good reference. Like, honestly, I look at, like, part of, like, ring generalship, like, what I look at, too, is why is this, like, I look at, like, okay, if a guy's tall, I'm like, why is the tall guy coming to you, and why is he, like, fighting on the inside? Or in this case with Canelo Golovkin rematch, why is the smaller guy and the guy who's supposed to be the runner and the guy who's supposed to be less powerful, why is he walking you down? Like Errol Spence said, like Roy Jones said. Roy Jones literally said in an interview last night, post-fight, right? He says, how you going to ask for Mexican style? You ran. He said, mostly Abel and Triple G, they said they want Mexican style. He's like, but you ran. You got mad at him. He said he ran, but you ran. Errol Spence said the same thing. I'm telling you the same thing. Once again, why is the smaller, less powerful runner walking down the big dragon, the Goliath? That has to show you something. The Reynosos won the battle of the corners because their game plan caught Triple G off guard. You know, great game planning. Because even me, I thought Canelo's best bet was to be this. Listen, I'm just being real. Canelo, I thought his best bet would have probably been to not take too many risks in the first 2-3 rounds, you know, because I thought Triple G was going to come full force, you know, because that's what everyone was saying. I was like, what was Triple G going to do different? What is he going to do different, right? And they were saying he's going to start faster and more aggressive, just like y'all lied and said that about Kovalev versus Ward. And then it's like ding, 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 and Kovalev's trying to, you know, size it up. He like based on what camps say and training camps and stuff, you think they're gonna come out like and start throwing heat, but it never works like that, or rarely works like that. You know, actually, David Lemieux and Gary Spike O'Sullivan, I'll give it to them, because with their build up, they both came out with the intent to fuck each other up. But you know, at the elite level, most guys, they could say whatever in training camp. Like Kovalev, oh, I'll destroy Andre Ward. He came out like a boxer puncher, you know. Same thing with Triple G. All that, oh, don't run, stand still and trade so you can get knocked out, Mexican style, all that. And then you came out, you know, trying to find your range and jab, 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 and, you know, shit like that. But it was crazy that, like I said, the Reynoso's Team Canelo, they easily came out with a better game plan, because they did what you didn't expect them to do. Me, to be honest, to keep it a buck, I picked this fight pretty dead on, but I thought Canelo would have to expect like an early onslaught and a more aggressive, fresh Golovkin who's coming out to, like, you know, try to do him like Vanes in round 2, Marco Antonio Rubio in them early rounds. And I thought he was going to come like that, like a steamroller, but he didn't do that. And in fact, Canelo fought the more risky fight by applying pressure. Block Stian. Just block him. I thought Canelo was gonna play it kind of safe and maybe give up round 2, you know, the first 2 rounds or something, to see what Golovkin was working with. But he flipped the script, and that's what caught him off guard. He flipped the script, came out just wild aggressive. You know, this actually reminds me of, you guys might not understand the example, but this reminds me a lot of the fight with Canelo after he lost to Mayweather. Canelo versus Alfredo El Perro Angulo, when they fought. Because at the time, I actually picked Angulo to win. You know, because we didn't know everything. Canelo's coming off the Mayweather loss. He didn't look good in that fight. And Angulo was like a big puncher. And, you know, I think James Kirkland beat him, but he wasn't like, you know, who he is now. So I'm like thinking Angulo, his power, we never, because at that time, you have to understand, at that time, we never seen Canelo, what his chin was really made. He hadn't fought like James Kirkland at the time, Triple G, you know, some of the bigger punchers that he's now faced. Lotta, you know, he hadn't fought those guys at that point. So Angulo was probably like the biggest puncher and the first guy who's, you know, a good 154 with power. So at the time, I thought Angulo, with that style coming off a loss, I was like, you know, Angulo could lead him into a dogfight, right? Canelo flipped the script again, because Angulo, it was called toe-to-toe too, and that's what Canelo gave Angulo. But that was a fight, that was like a Mexican style fight, if you will. That was like the first one. These dudes are so desperate for my attention. Hey, J-Dog getting that clappage. That was like the first kind of like real Mexican style, because you had 2 Mexicans and it was called toe-to-toe, and Angulo had power. That was the first sizable 54-pounder Canelo was really fighting with punching power. And Canelo brought the fight straight to Angulo. You know, we thought at the time, a lot of us thought that Angulo was gonna have to chase Canelo around, and Canelo would be more the boxer because he had more finesse. Canelo started melting Angulo in round 1 with some hard shots, and then it set an early tone. Virgil Hunter was like training Angulo at the time, and he was like, "You want me to stop this?" And he was like, "No." So this fight reminded me of that, where conventional wisdom would tell you that Canelo should probably box against this big puncher, and then they flipped the script. He didn't run. You know, he didn't run. He didn't try to outbox him early. He didn't get on his toes and box. He came right to the fire. Big risk, big reward. Big risk, big reward. And Gulo's in camp with Triple G though, so of course he's gonna wear a shirt and whatnot. He was in Big Bear training with him. Canelo came out savage, came out and walked the. Again, you have to look at the site and see. This is why this fucks up people like Golovkin. Here's why. You're everything they built you up to be, but you're getting walked down. You're getting walked down by a smaller fighter who looks skinnier. That's what everyone was saying. They said, "Oh, he's off pads now, so he no more clenbuterol. Look how scrawny he looks. Oh my gosh, he's never gonna take triple." So like all the Triple G man fans that are now like crying and have tears and stuff, y'all were saying Canelo was looking too small and was gonna get blown away and knocked out. That didn't even come close. You know, like it didn't. That was like really. That was really far off. Y'all was saying he looked too small, and now that he's off peds and you know, now the drugs are out of his system. Look how he's looking. Look at his neck, and then he took some pills or whatever the fuck, Flintstone vitamins, whatever the fuck he took at the weigh-in, and then he fell back, and people said he fainted. They said he was dehydrated. Where VH1, where are they now? All the people that said Canelo was dehydrated and he fainted from pills. That's why I didn't post that dumb shit. I don't give a fuck about, like, what is that? Like it looked like he was trying to sit down and then he missed, like, you ever been walking down the stairs and you miss a step and you're like, oh shit, you almost fall and bust your ass. That's what it looked like it happened. That's why I didn't post that dumb shit. I'm not making no video about it. See, this is what I'm saying. New media killing y'all boys. Real talk. And he goes, Army, we killing y'all. You talking about, oh, Canelo fell. He's dehydrated. I knew it. Triple G's going to get in that ass. What? Okay. And then it don't happen. Now it's a new excuse. This is just what they did with Joshua Wilder. Emotional boxing fans. Shout out to Giovanni Rios. $5 super chat. Ego always keeping it 100. Hashtag truth hurts. Hashtag Team Canelo. They said Canelo's too small. Now they're saying, I've seen people revert and say, yeah, he was on something that fight. No way he should have been able to take those punches. Now he's back on something. But before the fight, you said he was too small. You said the pads have left his body and he's clearly looking smaller. And now y'all saying he's juiced up when he takes Triple G's best shit and walks him down. And his face looks better than Triple G's. Let's talk about the face thing. I'm a grown-ass man. I know you can't just judge a boxing fight merely based on somebody's face, because somebody might have got knocked out and the guy who knocked him out, their face might have looked worse. Like Juan Manuel Marquez, his face probably looked worse than Pacquiao because Pacquiao got laid the fuck out with one blow and wasn't bleeding. So I get that. But this is the funny thing. It's like Jay-Z said, talk shit, I just flip it on you. I just flip it on you. When I was literally at Golovkin versus Daniel Jacobs, the talking point from Triple G man fans was this. I said, hey, I thought Jacobs won that fight. Good fight, close fight, but I think Jacobs won. They say, bullshit. Look at Jacobs' face. Why is he wearing glasses to the post-fight? Ah, ha, ha, ha. That's what they said. Now, all of a sudden, when Triple G's face looks like, hamburger meat, and Canelo's face looks clean, guess what? Now they're saying, oh, that's not no way to judge a fight. This is what they do. This is what old media does. Which one is it? So when Jacobs, when I said I thought he won, y'all said, look at his face. Triple G's face looked good, and Jacobs' face looked horrible. So now when Canelo's face looks good, the smaller Canelo, his face looks good. Triple G's face looks like crap. Now you say, oh, that's no way to properly judge a fight. Estevan Jimenez. That's why I didn't answer your first dumb question, and that's why I'm not answering your next question. Shooters, get rid of him. Look at the names. Look at the profile pictures, if they have a picture of the people doing the most hating. And he asked me a question, and then when I don't answer it, he get mad. Oh well. Just look at the names and faces. Once again, I'm still waiting for somebody to step up and let's intelligently debate this. Let's debate who won what rounds, and Like basically an overall summary, synopsis of why you gave the person the rounds you gave them. This is Triple G, yo. George, $3 super chat. How do you score the fight? What's next for Canelo? I don't know what's next for him. I'm not Golden Boy. He won 7 or 8 rounds, basically. Period. This is Canelo post-fight, Golovkin fight. This is Triple G post-fight. Like I said. And then I get blamed, like the other dude earlier. I get blamed for showing you. You know what I'm saying? And then someone said, they're so desperate, but you can't beat me at this game because I'm not falsifying anything. I didn't doctor up this photo. This is not Photoshop. But they can't beat me. Listen. Someone said, "Oh, you would use a picture of Canelo at the post-fight presser where he got a little bit cleaned up." Like that was my intent, to make Canelo look better or some shit. These dudes are so desperate, but we got answers for all that shit y'all talking. Okay, so you want to fight before he got cleaned up? There, I'm sorry. So that's Canelo before he got killed. Does that make you feel better? That's Canelo before he got cleaned up, y'all. They said, you just use that certain picture of him. There. That's Canelo before he went to the press conference. Okay, here I'm gonna put we got a hot seat. Carl KP, he says it's makeup, bro. So Canelo hopped out of the ring and was wearing makeup. Is this real? How do you know that? That's all I'm asking. That's your one question. How do you know he was wearing makeup? You was at the fight. Where your ticket stub? How do you, Carl KP? How do you know he was wearing makeup when this picture was taken? I don't know if you guys know who the lady is. That's Julio Cesar Chavez's daughter. So that's who that girl is. So he put on makeup immediately after he got out of the ring, and you know, was still shirtless, and took a picture with Chavez's daughter. That's what you guys are making it look worse for yourself. I'm just telling y'all. All right, Carl KP, you have 8 seconds. 8 more seconds. I've given you a long enough time. Oh yeah, Chavez's daughter. She's very pretty. Muy bonita. 6 seconds. Carl KP. Okay. That's what I'm saying. You're not coming on my stream just saying the random shit and then leaving. That's not what we do here. If you have some evidence or, you know, come correct. You're not just saying the random dumb shit and then bouncing. Brother, that was a robbery. All right, get him out of here. I asked you a simple question, how you know he had makeup on, and you say that was a robbery. You first it was makeup, now you switch to the robbery. This is this is why we gonna keep with it. You guys see it. I'm not making this up. You said Canelo was wearing makeup. Like, this is bad, bro. Like, y'all don't like losing that bad? Like, I don't like losing, but fuck. Like, y'all is like, I mean, this is bad. This is like real bad. Like Michael Jackson bad. Y'all don't like losing like that? The East Coast ain't got love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg? Let it be known then. Hold on. And I'm trying to give y'all the most, like, I don't know, accurate information I can. Look, this is Canelo in the ring. What are we talking about? So he had makeup on right there when he's like doing photo ops? These dudes. I'm just trying to understand the commentary. Look. This, hey, y'all. This is Canelo in the ring, like after. So that's makeup to y'all? Like he just had a makeup artist come in, like a moi? You know what I'm saying? Just come in. Honestly, he had an MUA come in and do his makeup in the ring with Bernard Hopkins and Oscar with cameras rolling. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille. Some of y'all don't like to lose that. I don't like to lose, but I mean, this is it. That's what it is, huh? Just makeup, huh? Look, the makeup. This shit all makeup. His face looked unscathed by the monster. Unscathed. Crazy. So Canelo's the only one that gets makeup. You know, this was a good sight to see though. Will Smith and Dave Chappelle. Boxing is not dead. LeBron. Good to see all these stars come out. Oh my God, hold on. They said he got makeup on. Hold on. That's crazy. You know what? Hold on. This is Triple G after the fight. What y'all think? See, and the thing is, Triple G doesn't have the same type of defense set up. What y'all think? That's Triple G's face immediately after. And then when it comes to Canelo, y'all saying he's wearing makeup, and that's the only reason. So Triple G. That's what his face was looking like. And that's Canelo's face. Triple G, Canelo. I mean, you tell me, I'm tripping. It looks like Triple G was in the fight for sure. Canelo looks pretty untouched. Again, that's what happens when you have a defense, y'all. Canelo, he's slick. Look at it. This is Canelo. He's telling y'all to shush. That's what happens when you have a defense. This is him immediately after the fight. I can keep going. We ain't done enough, like Swiss Beats say. I mean, look. We ain't done enough. What y'all think? Huh? This is post-fight. And once again, when Jacobs, when I said he beat, this is a fake part about it. When I said Jacobs beat Canelo, when I said Jacobs beat Triple G, what did they say? They say, "Oh, look at Jacobs' face compared to Triple G's. You're stupid." But now all of a sudden y'all don't want to compare faces anymore. And I'm not even talking about face. I'm talking about stats. Like, I don't just look at fights and be like, "Oh, so and so's face is worse," because people have scar tissue and different stuff like that. Shout out to Lamar Gugis, $10 super chat. He said, "Say it loud for all the haters. Triple G is gonna get this work. He gonna get this work." It sounds like all the PACQUIAO Triple G, and now it's time for AJ Cupcake to get this work. Can you smell what new media is cooking? Listen, I've done my part. I gave you my prediction. I gave you verse after verse. I gave you volumes of this boxing talk, you know. So y'all believe whatever you want. I'm just telling you what I feel. You asked for Mexican style. It was delivered. It was a good fight. And you didn't. You got walked down by the smaller guy. I don't know how. Listen, we got to get the likes up. The haters are coming in. We got to get the likes pushing past 400. We run the game. I said we run the game. We need to get them likes up. I know y'all liking it. I know y'all loving it. The haters coming. See, look, we got 53 dislikes, but nobody's stepping up for a hot seat. Oh my God, no media. Let's push past 400. Fuck the haters. We do shit our way. See, they gonna keep hating. We gonna keep spreading love and positivity. That's what really make them mad. Oh, we just got past 400. Let's keep it going. If y'all in this stream, smash the like button. So, again, I'm not trying to take away from a good fight, but some of the fans are really like delusional, you know. And I think, like I said, it was all too convenient for people to scream robbery without looking at it. You know, oh, it was a robbery. This is bullshit. And people went with that because they take the low-hanging fruit. And they thought everyone was going to agree with it. But now fighters are coming out. Trainers are coming out, right? And they're like, nah, Canelo got that. And now all of a sudden these people look crazy because you thought the wave would be to just say Canelo got a gift decision. Shout out to Ricardo. He said, "Ego, you are the best boxing channel." I told you I'm the people's champ. Listen, I'm telling you, a lot of these people in boxing are sheep. They look to other people to influence their opinion. And the people, and I'm not making excuses for Canelo. Canelo, he has his own shit. He got to deal with that. Got to live with that. Canelo had the drug shit, the peds, clenbuterol, the controversy from the first fight, right? You got to deal with all that comes with that. But it was all too convenient to just blame Canelo and say, oh, just like the Lotta fight, just like the Triple G fight, just like CJ Ross's scorecard in the Mayweather fight, gift decision. And people thought that would be the wave. And again, that's why I encourage all of you. I encourage all of you to think for yourselves. Because when you start reciting and recycling and repeating what you heard somebody else say, more often than not, you'll look dumb in the end. Because someone will corner you and start asking you questions, and you're really going off of their opinions. So you won't be able to justify it. See, I can justify why I feel like whatever at any given point, right or wrong, because it's my opinion. Niedermeyer 708 $5 super chat. Great channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you. But that's true. That's true talk. Like, if someone says, "Why do you think Canelo won?" You're full of shit. And I'll say, here's why. Let me explain. The smaller man walked the bigger man down. Ring generalship. He dictated that pace. for the first chunk of the fight. You know, Abel Sanchez just told Fight Hub, we lost the 12th round. I think Triple G took round 12 off, right? And he told him after round 7 that they were losing the fight. So what did Triple G do to win the fight? That means you were losing after 7. So between rounds 8 and 11, that's what you think he did to win the fight? Because he had a good late rally? It's not how it works. Because boxing, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You know, Canelo did more throughout the duration than Triple G. You know, that's like me saying Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. beat Sergio Martinez because he did more damage in one round than Sergio Martinez visibly did to, you know, like he didn't rock Chavez Jr. That's not how it works. You can't be getting schooled up and hit with hard shit. Your face is getting busted up. And because you have a great rally late, you know, too little, too late. Now I give Chavez Jr. the fight with Martinez, with Matavia, because he knocked him down twice and had a crazy rally at the very end. It's not how it works. Shout out to Abel Mahari, $2 super chat. There's a reason why Triple G won a no smoke award. I told people that, like, you know, Triple G Ward would be a horrible fight to take. Especially then, I think, because he hadn't, at the time where he could have fought Ward, he hadn't faced the Jacobs and Canelo. So he didn't even have those tough fights under his belt, or even Kell Brook. So, you know, it would have been horrible timing, moving up in weight. That's why they wanted to fight Carl Froch. You know what? And I always said this. I wanted to see the Carl Froch Triple G fight because Carl Froch, that would have been a difficult fight. Look at Canelo. Carl Froch is a built, you know, pause, in shape, 168-pounder with a chin. You know, Carl Froch slept Jermaine Taylor's, and they said he beat Darrell. I thought Darrell beat him. But, you know, slept George Groves. That would have been a difficult fight for a Triple G because it's the style matchup. Carl Froch is not no little dude. He is a guy with power, a guy with the chin, and he's a warrior. You're not going to just, like, fold and give up. Like this sucks. At a higher weight. So I would have loved to have seen that fight. Because what is he going to do? You're going to out-jab Carl Froch, and he's coming to, like, hit you with all types of punches, like combos and shit. F Cisco won. $5 super chat. Power punches and body shots win fight, not patty cake jabs. That's why Canelo won. Joseph Brown, $5. Ego, give me an impression of Rocky Balboa in the corner of Canelo Alvarez. I can't even do it right now. I need something to eat. I don't even feel like doing impressions right now. But shout out to y'all for the super chats. The other thing too is, let's talk about the double standard. The double standard is simply this. Once again, more examples of when certain guys do certain things, they're rewarded, but other guys do the same thing, if not do it better, they're never recognized for it. Lamar Gugis, let's just talk facts. He has a $10 super chat. Thank you. Facts. A lot of fans in boxing is in it by culture. Mexican or Mexico, Euro fans and African American fans pick based on cultures most time. Fighters like Roy Jones, Mayweather, and Canelo usually win. I mean, we know that, but when I bring it up, they say, "Oh, you just bring the black channel. Why do black channels bring up the race car?" You know, that's what they say when I ever mention race. Why do you and Dante talk race? You know, the black channel. Why are black people obsessed with race? Don't you niggers know? Like, what? Nothing. Listen. Triple G is going to be... I'm anxious to see who he fights next. Because if he fights a top level dude... Shout out to Caesar. $2 super chat. Shmoney Gang. He said boxing ego is the truth. It's kind of true, though. What's kind of true, Manny Guzman? What's kind of true? Don't backpedal either. What's kind of true? Manny Guzman. What are you saying is kind of true? All right, Block Manny Guzman. Like y'all could never admit Ward lost to Kovalev won. Just block him. I'm not dealing with no stupid shit. You know, talking about y'all. Who is y'all? Who couldn't admit Ward lost? Maybe they didn't feel that Ward lost. Moron. You know, see, and this is the thing. This is what I'm talking about with boxing fans. Because the rounds, like 1 or 2 close rounds, differed slightly to somebody, they say, "Oh, y'all are hating." What? So basically, the way you scored it is literally the only way to have scored it. I told you who I think won, and I told you why. You know, in a close fight, you know, I would re-examine it to like look at what Triple G, but I think I got the right person. Fame 2 Trill. We got a hot seat, y'all. He says Triple G won, fuck you. All right, battle. Damn it, Ronald. I think there's a lag. I'm trying to catch one of these motherfuckers, man. Cause you notice that's what it is. Triple G won, fuck you. That's it. No explanation. You think that could defeat new media? I'm explaining what I feel, what I seen, insight, and that's all they say. Triple G won, fuck you. You tell me who won. Like, if you go to court, here's an example. I'm gonna give you an analogy. If let's say that dude, Fame 2 Trill, is suing me in court, and we go to Judge Judy, and he's alleging I owe him $5,000 for a failed business venture, right? And Judge Judy asks him, why does he owe you $5,000? He says you gave him $5,000. It wasn't a loan, it was a gift. Explain how, like, do you have a receipt? Do you have confirmation that you gave it to him as a loan? And he's like, and that's the Fame 2 Trill would have been like, he owed me the money, fuck you. That's the response. How is he back in here? He said, I lost $500, shaking my head, fuck Canelo. Exactly. Block him again. Block him again. Fame 2 Trill needs to be blocked. See, now the truth comes out. He said he lost $500. That's why now that's why your broke ass bet. And now you feeling the wrath because you didn't pick the right guy. But again, you can't go to nobody's court and say, oh, he owed me the money, fuck you. Isn't Fame 2 Trill the guy who said Triple G won, fuck you? Oh, okay. Yeah, someone said, why'd you block him? He just said Triple G won, fuck you. And then he later reveals he lost $500. People keep saying that. Leon, I don't know how, watch it again. I don't know. People keep saying, oh, it was a close, it could have went either way. I don't see this whole either way shit. I really don't. Like, how did it? Okay, Leon, do you want to do a hot seat? Because I'm not understanding what you guys are talking about. I don't see this whole, oh, it could have gone either way. I think it was a good fight. Okay, I'm going to skip you. John Giovanni, you're in the hot seat. Leon, you off the hook. John Giovanni says Triple G wobbled Canelo with every punch. Yeah, you're definitely in the hot seat. Okay, so what punch did he wobble him with in the first round? You said every punch. In the first round, what did he wobble Canelo with? What's the timestamp? Or tell me like what type of punch it was or something. He said the hook, man. He was throwing jabs, fool. Block him. Get him out of here. I think he just came to troll. He said he wobbled him with every punch, and then he talking about he was throwing hooks. What? He threw a hook in round 1 that wobbled Canelo. Yeah, you was watching Space Jam or some shit. The Monstars. You was not watching this fight. Get him. See, I can't even entertain that too long because he wild and talk about he rocked Canelo with a hook in round 1. These dudes, this is why I love it, because new media, you know, I've stated my case. These dudes just have to say crazy shit to try to get people to believe it. And it always sounds radical, so fuck it. Lamar Gujas, $10 super chat. More facts. Triple G may jab and move away during the fight in boxing. That's cool. But if you don't show good defense and head movement with adjustments, you will lose. Please, everyone, you must know boxing. But the thing I'm tripping off is, like I said earlier, the double standards. When Floyd jabs and pot shots, he's boring and this sucks. He sucks. He won't take risks. Where was Golovkin's risk versus David Lemieux? You know, early. Why don't you take no early risk and fight this rock'em sock'em robot Mexican style or whatever you think it is? You know, that's what I'm saying. Certain fighters get criticized for doing something, and then when another fighter does it, they're praised for it. You know, Lomachenko shows some footworks and a cool defense, but not anything like a Floyd defense. You know, I've seen Roy Jones do some shit that is far more impressive than what Lomachenko has done. You know what I mean? Like knock somebody out with a leaping hook uppercut in a rematch where there was bad blood and the guy had more experience at the weight than you, Montel Griffin. I've never seen Lomachenko knock someone out from 4 feet away, you know, and then leap into the hook and just stand over his lifeless body as he tries to get up. You know, but Lomachenko get praised. Oh, he's the best ever. Like, he's the best since Muhammad Ali. Put him there with Mikey Garcia. Those are the 2 best lightweights, right? You know, I can't wait to see. Bob Arum's talking about Terrence Crawford and Spence can happen. The Black Channel, you know, you're willing to risk Crawford to a mega fight, like in a dangerous fight with Errol Spence. Risk Lomachenko. Put Lomachenko in there with Mikey Garcia. If you're willing to work with the other side, why can't Lomachenko fight Mikey Garcia? Not saying next because he's coming off an injury. You see how the game goes? Block David V. Block him. He says, this is nonsense, I'm out. That's great. You out for good. 3 strikes, you out. Listen, if you guys don't get basic concept, if you guys come in here just to tell me you're leaving for attention, we'll just make sure you leave for good. Because the simple thing is this: if you go on a live stream, you don't got to tell nobody you're here. You don't have to leave a comment. If it's not your cup of tea, right, then you could just leave. Why would you have to announce that you're leaving? You know, that's like arguing with your girl or something, and then she's in the other room, and you're like, okay, I'm really leaving now. You pissed me off. I'm getting ready to go to my car and drive away. What the fuck are you doing all that for? Just leave. You already said you was gonna leave. You know, these dudes want to announce the shit. So if you announce it, you announcing your funeral because my shooters is finna clap. If you want to leave, that's fine. You know, leave, maybe come back to another stream. I have no problem with that. I have no beef with that. But if you have to announce, oh, this fucking sucks. This fucking blows, dude. This is Hootie and the Blowfish, dude. This fucking channel, this sucks. I'm out of here. You have to do all that and announce it. Yeah, you leaving for good. Like my mama used to say when I used to run in and forget something and then run back outside and then run. No running in and out. There ain't no running in and out. So you got to go below the radar. If you don't want to be here, you don't have to. Just click off the video, you know. But if you have to announce it, you know what? I'm out. I'm unsubbing. I'm leaving this. This sucks. This really sucks, you know. Yeah, we'll make sure it doesn't bother you again because you blocked. Good, because you fired. I'm on that pinky shit. Shut up. Say another motherfucking word and this shit is over. You ain't got no gun. What you done did with Day Day and Roach. I'm trying to tell you, Day Day and my people. Shut up. Did I just say shut up? Oh shit. Say it again. Say it again. No, I'm pinky with it. Say another motherfucking word and this shit is over. And I ain't playing. It's pinky. Say it again. Say it again. Oh shit. Oh. I'm on that pinky shit. Kiss the pinky ring, man. Young boxing king. Let's get it, man. I'm on that pinky. I said I'm on that pinky. Bow down on the throne and kiss the pinky ring. I am the dawn. I like saying that shit. They really get mad when I really start stunning on them. Okay, Fighting Harada. You in a hot seat. He says 98% of the American media had it for Triple G. Where did you get 98%? Where did you get that number? So how do you tabulate American media? This is how I know they be lying. He says 98% of American media had it for Triple G. So Fighting Harada, you're in the hot seat. How did you calculate all of American media into a percentage? That's what I need to know. Look at it on Boxing Reddit. So how's American media on Boxing Reddit? So Reddit now is the media? I thought it was a bunch of fans and shit. I thought Reddit was like fans post, like, you know, they could post something from my channel or interview or something. How is American media represented by Reddit? And how did you tabulate 98%? So you see this, they just block him. I'm not arguing with this. His response was so stupid. He said 98%. They just be making up fractions and percent. You know, 98 divided by the 2 in the reciprocal. What are you talking about? How you get 98% from? I'm American media, motherfucker, and I didn't say Triple G won, so you didn't even count me. Motherfucker, I am boxing. Shout out to Bogart Skrilla, $5 super chat. He said it was close at first till round 8, but Canelo won 8-9 or 8-9 and 11 to me. That's how he pulled off the fight. Plus the body work. Your scorecard is crazy. You said it was close until the 8th. I thought it wasn't close until the 8th. I don't know what y'all be scoring. Real talk. I mean, shout out to you for the super chat, but I thought Triple G was looking wilted, was looking old. Listen, y'all can say whatever you want. Legends is saying what I'm talking about. So that's vindication for me. I don't care if a random person on YouTube feel a type of way and say whatever. Marco Antonio Barrera, he has an interview with Fight Hub. He has an interview, and he says Triple G look old and Triple G look tired. He should consider retirement. Block Dustin. Dustin, everyone's complaining about him. Dustin Dunbar. Nope, just block him. We done. We heard enough of what you had to say. I seen some of the stupid shit he was putting. Anyway, Marco Antonio Barrera, the babyface assassin, he said Triple G should consider retirement because he looked old and he looked tired in the fight and Canelo won. That's what he said. A legend. You know, real Mexican style. If you ever watch Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera, didn't like. See, this is what I'm talking about. And I told you guys for the longest, Triple G should have dropped that Mexican style stuff. It overstayed his welcome, because Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales did not like each other. You know, I think they were like pushing each other at the press conference and stuff. Did not like each other. They had 3 fights and it showed up in the fights. They went to war, especially, you know, watch the first 2 for sure. They went to war. They went to war. Triple G and Canelo didn't like each other. Canelo came out like he was trying to knock out Golovkin. Triple G didn't. That's the problem. That's the problem. Mr. Mexican style got hit with the real Mexican style. Canelo was just coming. He was trying to take him out. He was trying to hurt him. He was trying to hurt him. You know, so don't tell me about Mexican style when some of my favorite classic fights have Mexican fighters, you know. And if you talk Mexican style, listen to what real Mexicans are saying. Julio Cesar Chavez. I'm talking not just any Mexican. I'm talking about like Mexican. Julio Cesar Chavez said Canelo won. Senior. Marco Antonio Barrera. Juan Manuel Marquez. Like, these are guys who actually have closer to Mexican. Like, they've been through wars. You know what I'm saying? They've had, like, is anyone really going to say that Marquez and Pacquiao aren't all-time classics? Is anyone going to say that Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera is not an all-time classic? Anyone going to say that Oscar De La Hoya and, like, you know, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., these are not all-time classics, and some of his other ones? Like, these are like classic fights, and those were wars. Obviously, De La Hoya, you know, I can't really take his opinion because he promotes Canelo, but obviously he thinks Canelo won. He's been in wars with Shane Mosley. I'm just naming Mexican fighters because we're talking about Mexican style. So I'm just saying people who are actually Mexican and been in Mexican wars, or not Mexican, not Mexican wars, but just been, you know, showed Mexican style in fights that were wars. Like, again, Marquez and Pacquiao, that's a war. You know, Morales and Barrera didn't like each other. It showed up, and they came. You know, they came with it. Triple G did not come with it until the second half. He got a second win, seen the little cut in the blood and stuff, and he turned up. Props to him for that. But to me, everyone can, oh, I'm okay with the draw. A draw's okay with me. Ain't no fucking draw. Like, I think either guy could have. I don't see that. I don't see where you guys are saying that. Like, I'll watch it again. But from what I seen, I don't get this whole, I'm okay with that draw. It could have really went for either guy. Listen, there's a difference between a fight being good and close. Like, again, I'm not saying like Triple G did nothing. He had his oh shit moments in, you know, round 9, 10, 11, or somewhere around there. I don't remember all the round numbers. But between 8 and 11, he had some oh shit moments. Did good. Landed some hard shit. But you have to look at the fight in its entirety, the totality of a 12-round championship fight. You guys keep, oh, either guy could have won. How? What round? That's, see, this is what they say. This is what I'm saying, people. I just want to know how. What rounds did you give Triple G? That's all I'm trying to figure out. That's what I need to know. Smash the like button. We need 500 likes. What rounds are people giving Triple G? That's really what I need to know. And like the funny thing in a close fight, the funny fight is like a lot of times certain rounds. Oh yeah, we real close to 500. Smash the like button. We got to push over 500. I think we can push 500 out. But listen, people just repeat. I'm telling you, a lot of parrots in this game, sheep. They just repeat. What rounds did you give Triple G? That's all I want to know. Like, I'm not mad. I'm not, if you, like, this is not even for a hot seat. I just want to know what rounds people gave to Triple G. And, like, to be honest, number one is a pity round. Because nobody I'll watch it again. But to me, one was, like very light. It wasn't, like, the most action in any of the rounds. It was probably the least action-packed round. You know, and Canelo was stalking Triple G from the onset. So he was therefore, when he did land, he was landing power punches to Golovkin, doubling and tripling up with the jab. Very good jab, very effective jab. But one, I mean, some people are like, oh, Triple G, I gave him round one. That's really up for grabs. I just want to know what rounds you guys gave Triple G. That's all. That's it. I had Canelo winning 8 rounds out of the 12. Canelo, shout out to you for the super chat. Gabriel Munguia, son of Jaime Munguia. No, I'm just playing. Bogart, Skrilla, $2 super chat. Canelo, rounds 8, 9, and 11 is how Canelo won. Hey, bro, I don't know if you watched the fight or you watched the fight. You was on lean or something. What are you talking about? You're saying Canelo won because of 8, 9, and 11, which are probably Golovkin rounds, like, or some of them in there were Golovkin rounds. In that point, I don't think you watched the fight, bro. You can keep super chatting me though. That's cool. What rounds did you guys? Oh my God. Listen, I'm about to go get something to eat. I can't even understand. People keep, like, Bogart keeps saying, they keep saying, oh, it was real close until 8. How do we prioritize a jab over power shots and an aggressor? Please explain how that works in your scoring. If a person has a great jab, see here, I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna school y'all real quick. Here, let me school y'all. If y'all want me to school these young boys on how to score a fight, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? And let's push to 500 or better likes. Let's get it. Listen. Luis Melendez, that's bullshit. He said it's about what you like. Everybody says that same bullshit because a lot of you guys are sheep. There is actual judging scoring criteria. So it's not really when people say, oh, it's about what you like. Oh, it depends on what you like. That's bullshit. They're supposed to score. I don't know about people at home, what the fuck they do, but judges are hired or in place to score based on certain criteria that they're supposed to be looking for. So everyone that says, oh, it depends what you like, that's cliche bullshit. It's not supposed to be what you like. So Adelaide Bird scored at what she liked, and then she came up with a fucked up scorecard. So Adelaide Bird liked all the shit Canelo was doing. She liked how his red hair was flowing in the wind. That you guys take these certain sayings and phrases and you beat them into the ground. So if it's what you like, Adelaide Bird has an excuse for her 10 rounds to 2. She liked the way Canelo's hair, his red hair, ginger hair was floating in the wind when he was throwing punches. So that's a lie. You guys just really repeat what you hear. I don't do that. It's not about what you, it's not supposed to be about what you like. It's supposed to be about, hey, observe this fight. Here's a list of things you should be checking for. And whoever has the most in those parameters, in those check boxes, wins the fight. Not what you like. Because if that's the case, then everybody could just do what the fuck they like. You know, I like Amir Khan's speed. It look each. I like that each shit. So even though he got knocked out by Danny Garcia, Khan really won. Cause I like Khan's each. Doesn't even make sense. Talking about based on what you like. No, that's not how scoring is supposed to work. I like Khan's fast, how he's fast. Each. So even though he got knocked out by Danny Garcia, I like that each shit. So give me some more each. You know, I can't get jiggy with Danny Garcia because that no look left hook, I don't like that as much because he didn't say each with it. You know, if that's how we're scoring, you know. So until Danny ain't gonna win no fights until he do some each-in with the left hook. If he's like each, and then he throw the left, then I'm gonna like it. But if it's based on what I like each, like Khan be doing. Each. Khan be throwing them hella. He be throwing them fast ass punches and saying each. That's the shit I like. You know, if we just picking what we like, I'm just being real. I like Khan with the each. So even though he got knocked out by Danny Garcia, I personally have an affinity for each. Pause. That's not how boxing works. Talk about, oh, it's about what you like. See, once again, boxing fans just repeat what they see. I'm not no sheep. I'm not just gonna repeat some shit just because I heard the next motherfucker say it. That don't make sense. It's about what you like. I mean, this is not like a movie review. You know, these DAZN ads started popping up on all our videos. Hey, they try to get some subscribers. That's cool. Shout out to Eddie Heard. They try to get some. See, they know where to go. You know, they put it on the young Don Dada. Put some DAZN ads on my shit. Hey, we making DAZN money over here. Yeah, they pay for the advertisement over here. I told you, I run boxing. We got that DAZN. I seen it too. Like Anthony Joshua was like saying something. Yeah, but people are always saying that it's about what you like. Let's get to 500 likes. Each. We trying to get this DAZN money, man. Hey, they got $1 billion. That you might as well spend some on the channel, cause we are the culture. Hey, look at Tom Loeffler. Look at, hey, this desperation is in full effect. Look at Tom Loeffler is retweeting. You retweeted Skip Bayless. I'm done. He said, I don't need a third fight to know 3G is just better than Canelo. The fact that he called him 3G shows like he's some fucking cell phone reception. The fact that he said 3G instead of like GGG or Triple G shows me Skip Bayless don't know shit all about boxing. He said 3G. This is the same motherfucker who said Conor McGregor has this menacing power that Floyd has never fought in 20 years. And Conor was gonna knock out Floyd. Yeah. So this is bad. You know, this is who Tom Loeffler is retweeting. Fucking the Crypt Keeper. Hello, kitty. Tales from the crypt. That's bad. That's to prove your point. And then I guess he tweeted. He said Tom Loeffler just tweeted it. Press Row scored it like this: 34 people for Triple G, 2 for Canelo, and 15 people had a draw. But what does that mean? Who cares? Who were they? You know, because I tried to go and they didn't give me a credential. So yeah, I'm sure it was 34 people because they weren't handing out credentials. Even though I covered the first fight and I'm probably more, you know, the channel's more celebrated and more known than a lot of motherfuckers that was there. They didn't give me a credential. So yeah, if you try to control the media and then control the narrative, you know, I'm pretty sure, yeah, 1 million people did have it for Triple G. You know, what does that mean? Because Press Row had it for Triple G when half of them probably, you know, on the payroll or, come on, you know, have a personal relationship. Got, you know, same thing with the when Triple G had a Vonis luncheon. I get all the other emails. I didn't get no email for the secret luncheon, which was a press conference to not really even announce when they were in limbo trying to figure out what was going to happen, and they didn't really announce anything. They didn't send me one. How do I know why they didn't give me a credential? I have no idea. I covered the first fight. I mean, I always do my job. I'm professional. Who knows? But it doesn't matter because you see how much money I see in this. Listen, I swear I'm not trying to stunt, but truth be told, I told you guys this. I make more money not going on trips because I don't have to spend anything. And I can upload faster. If you look like Stunt Gang, I'm gonna show y'all. You know, I normally don't always do this, but I didn't want to do this, but y'all made me. I'm gonna tell y'all. This is I'm very real with you guys. I can sit at home and talk boxing. I don't have to spend money for hotels, eating out every fucking day, you know, airfare, and whatever else. My long stream from the Triple G fight, look. Hold on, man. Y'all can't. I'll make sure y'all see. I'm not lying. Like I make way more money not even going to fights because I do that for the fans. I really do. And also just for, you know, for new media. So we're asking questions that I feel the fans would answer instead of just leaving it up to other people. Because, you know, what better way to get certain answers that you want than to be there. Look, this is just one out of many. I'm just showing y'all. Look at my we're talking about a 4-hour+ stream. Look, Can y'all? I don't know if y'all can see that. Can y'all see? Can y'all see? I don't know if y'all can see. Yeah, okay, so y'all could see. We are pushing 200,000 views on my 4-hour post-fight. Not to mention the amount of love that y'all was showing in the super chats. So, you know, it doesn't hurt me when I don't cover fight. I'm telling you, it actually is a benefit me. Like just because I'm just at home, you know, and I could do what I do, and I could do it quicker, you know, because when I'm at a fight, post-fight, I'm trying to get arrow spins or trying to rush to this, and oh, Canelo's walking by, you know, so I can't just go live. Sometimes in the venues, the Wi-Fi be fucked up, you know. Big bank take little bank, so you don't give me a credential, that's cool, but at the end of the time, we still gonna eat, you know. That does, like, if you are on the, like I said, Stunt Gang, go look how many super chat. My dude Juan was blessing the channel. He did $150+ because he won money, just one person. So it's never about that, you know. They're not even trying to compare body counts. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of people with Press Row did have Triple G winning when you block certain people from getting a credential, you know. And this shit don't stop, you know. And see, the great thing about this channel and being an alpha male is I'm a true professional. I don't just go out trying to create issues or beef with anyone. I start my telecast and give my thoughts, and that's it. You know, people are going to take it how they want to take it. But we out here, it doesn't matter, you know, with or without. This is like that Master P hustle, you know. We don't need the major labels if they don't want to work with it. We can do it all independent. I mean, preferably to give you guys the most. We want to do everything, but you know, if they blocking credentials for whatever, even though I covered bigger fights than this, you know, like Mayweather McGregor, the first fight, you know, that's on them. I make more money not going to fights, but again, I do that for you guys. The more you know. Shout out to Gabriel Munguia, $2 super chat. I had Triple G winning rounds 1, 8, 9, and 11. Hugo Morales, $2 super chat. Ego, you the man. Thank you guys. Damn, y'all, people getting blocked. These dudes are so desperate. Retweeting Skip Bayless. One dude said Canelo. He said Canelo didn't win. The Peds won. But I thought Canelo was looking so scrawny. Y'all were saying he looked tiny. And it's because the Peds had left his system. Now all of a sudden the Peds are back. Like, really? Defense. This is Canelo. This is Triple G. I want to tell Triple G to post a picture today. Tell Tom Loeffler to put that up. Instead of putting Skip Bayless tweets up, tell Triple G to take a timestamp picture and of his face, like a lot of these UFC fighters do, you know, and post his picture up. Because if you know anything about like scar tissue in the skin and stuff, the next day, that's where, because when you're fighting, there's adrenaline, and you know, you have the adrenaline that's in your body and stuff like that, you know, endorphins. By the time the fights end, you relax, calm down. That's when everything sets and settles, you know? Have you ever, like, I remember one time I had to get my knee tapped where they stick this big ass needle in my knee when I was a kid because somehow I was at a playground and it was constructed of like logs, and I was on the monkey bars trying to skip a bunch of logs, and then I like swung and I hit my knee on a big thick ass piece of wood, and it tore my knee up, and my shit was like hurting. I had a limp. The next day, my leg was all swole up like that, and then I went to the doctor because I couldn't, you know, I couldn't bear. I was limping. It wasn't as bad the first day when it just happened. It hurt like hell, but the second day, my shit was fucked up, and then they had to stick a big ass needle in my knee to drain it because it had excess like fluid built up in it. like I think blood and fluid or some shit. So they had to like tap my knee and like remove that excess fluid. You know what I mean? So, you know, usually even working out, just regular workouts, you can work out, you'd be kind of sore immediately upon working out. But you do a crucial leg day on Monday. Monday you get home, it might be a little sore. But when that pain start really setting in on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right around there, that's when your legs is like dead and you like having trouble walking upstairs and shit. So Tom Loeffler is showing like the opinions of press row. Who are they though? You know, all it says is 24 people from press row had Golovkin winning. But who? Like what people? What are their publications? Like who? You know, that don't impress me. Tell Golovkin to put a picture of his face up today. And tell Canelo to put a picture of his face up. Let's look at that. They don't want to do stuff like that. They want to do stuff that caters to the side. And the thing is, to be honest, I'm completely neutral. I don't give a fuck if Canelo won or Triple G won because I'm a boxing fan. I wanted a definitive winner, and we got that. Period. Triple G said he won in Mexican style. Abel had a lot to say. About standstill. If he trades with us, he's getting slept. And that didn't show up. He traded with you, and he didn't get slept. What happened? I can't make that up. You know, when someone's giving you the look, the exact look, someone's giving you the look that you say you want, and then you're the one backing up. And I'm telling you, Tom Loeffler and all they do, they're making it worse for the fighter. Just let the man take his loss. But it's like Kovalev. It's really Kovalev 2.0. When you don't allow the defeat to really just like manifest and like get over it. Abel's actually doing pretty good about that. I haven't heard him like what I've heard, he's been, Canelo fought a good game plan and I'm happy a Mexican is a champion. He said something like that. So he's actually taking it a lot better than I expected based on what he said. But like, you know, Tom Loeffler and Triple G, if they don't take the loss and then Triple G storming out and not doing post fight, you know, y'all got on Broner shit for doing that. You know, I was mad when Cotto did it. I think he did it versus Canelo or something. He just walked out like, fuck y'all. I am Miguel Cotto. I don't like that. You know, it's poor sportsmanship. Because you got to face the music. You know, that's like, let's say they're doing the Oscars, and then it's like Denzel for Training Day, Brad Pitt, Benjamin Button, Leonardo DiCaprio for this. Leonardo DiCaprio was stiffed, and Brad Pitt. They got stiffed at the Oscars a couple of times, you know what I mean, where they could have won against whoever was available. And they did not give Leo DiCaprio, who had crazy performances, they wouldn't give him an Oscar. You know, so that's like, they're like, Denzel and this, Brad Pitt and this, Leonardo DiCaprio and this. And then they show that split screen of Leo, Denzel, Brad Pitt, and like John Malkovich or some movie nobody ever seen. And they're like, the winner is Denzel in Training Day. Oh, everyone claps. That's like Leonardo DiCaprio, man, fuck this. And just walking out. You know? Like, you on the split screen and you just get up, man, fuck this. My movie was the best. Fuck what you talk. That's, you know, that's poor sportsmanship. So you made it all the way to Oscars. You tuxedoed up and all that. And you didn't get the Oscar. They chose someone else. And you, man, fuck this. Fuck these fucking Oscars, you bitch-ass Oscars. Fuck the Academy Award. What I want a gold statue looking like he in a coffin for? Fuck that. That's some poor sportsmanship. You know? You still there. Have a good time. Whether you thought you won it or not. I mean, you can't control that. Eminem was just talking about this. 50 Cent was offered a Grammy. Or not offered, but nominated for a Grammy. For Best New Artist. Right? Best New Artist. And he didn't get it. And 50, when he came out, Get Rich or Die Trying, something special. Hey, Ja Rule, nigga. You know, 50's buzz was insane. How did 50 Cent not get Best New Artist and they gave it to whoever? So 50 really should have a Grammy right now. I don't know if he has one at this point, but he definitely should have got Best New Artist at that time, because when the streets went crazy, the album went like diamond or some shit. You know what I mean? And 50 had the streets unlocked when that Get Richer, I still dome that, you know? I still bump that. That's a classic album to me. I let my watch talk for me, my whip talk for me. Bow. What up, homie? Shell hit my tongue. I ain't wait for Doc to get it out. Hit my wisdom tooth. I spit it out. I don't smile like, hey, shit pretty. I got a purple heart for war, and I ain't never left the city. Hoes be like, Fitty, you so witty. On the dick, like they heard that right for P. Diddy. You know, that was a classic album. He didn't get it. But he didn't just leave and shit. Man, this shit suck, nigga. I'm out, nigga. You gotta do something back. Like, you know, he didn't just get the fuck up and walk. This is exactly what Eminem bodied MGK. Eminem, when I shoot straight through your Isuzu. He said, when I let loose with this Uzi and shoot straight through your Isuzu. Eminem, he said, now do you get it? Is it getting through to you? Do you have any idea? Hey, Eminem was killing on that too. Swinging swords like Conan. Yeah, I don't want to see a trilogy. Not soon, you know, not an immediate trilogy. Let them go their own separate ways. You know, fight champion, you know, Canelo could do whatever he wants for his next fight, but then after, unify with Andrade, Saunders winner or something. Charlo. Anyway, I'm about to get something to eat. I'm doing these long live streams. I don't know if we hit 500, but let's try to push the last smash. I might be back later. You know, I'm going to watch the rest of this Niners. Holla at the boy. Good fight, you know. Triple G, he tried. But they have to come to grips with the loss, you know. Got to come to grips with the loss. And it doesn't even sound like Abel was confident that they won. He said they gave up the 12th round. So according to their own side, they don't believe they won the 12th. So that means in between rounds 1 and 11, you think Triple G won more rounds than Canelo in those rounds. And all these people just kind of repeating what other people say. I didn't see it like some of y'all, you know. And this is the thing. It's okay. Like Oscar said, it's okay. It's okay if I didn't see it like y'all. But the thing is, none of you guys are intelligently, that I've seen, elaborating and telling me why you feel that way and what rounds you gave for Triple G and why. Like a thorough breakdown. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing, like people are saying, Ego, you're a bitch. Get off Canelo's dick. That's what they're telling me. You know? Because I have an opinion that differs from yours. That's the level of maturity and the level of like response that I'm getting. You know? So that just sounds like crying. That sounds like you know you lost and you're just trying to save face. Who wins, Canelo versus Andre Ward? Never say that again. Don't. Just don't. I'm not even answering that. All right, Mark Taylor. Hopefully, okay, you in the hot seat. Triple G won and he was robbed. What rounds did you give Triple G? Mark Taylor. Mark Taylor, you in the hot seat. Everybody grab your popcorn, smash the like button. We got to get over 500. See, everyone says it because it's therapeutic. I get it. But then when it comes to answer it, we're going to see what you know and see. Enlighten us. Mark Trailer, or Taylor, Trailer Trash, whatever your name is. You have about 15 seconds. Mark Taylor says he gave him rounds 9 through 12. I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but isn't that like 4 rounds? I don't know. Maybe my math is off. You said you gave him rounds 9 through 12, even though his own trainer said that they didn't win round 12. And literally said Triple G took the round. Hold on. You know, this how I'm gonna do him. This how I'm gonna do him. I'm gonna just do it. We just gonna add insult to injury. Hold on. Let me get set up, y'all. Let me get set up. Let me get set up. This is just hilarious at this point. These dudes are so desperate. I don't know if they're trying to troll or if they really believe it. Either way, it's great for ratings for me, and it's great for new media. Hold on 1 second, y'all. New media shit. Hold on. I'm trying to get it set up. This is Canelo saying to y'all, shh. I was born right. Okay. Oh my God, this shit is funny. All right, y'all. Hold on. All right. Abel Sanchez. I think Triple G took off the last round, didn't do enough to win it convincingly. New media. All right, so what do you have to say about that? You just said you gave Triple G a round that his own trainer didn't give him. And I just showed you. Boop. Abel Sanchez. I think Triple G took off the last round, didn't do enough to win it convincingly. So his own trainer's not saying what you're saying. So explain that. Mark Taylor, 10 seconds. Show must go on. We just waiting for you. I told you this is the baptism. I'm so frustrated right now. Now Abel's senile. See, when Abel was saying all this stuff like Canelo's gonna run and all that, y'all loved it. Now he's senile, huh? See how they do? These dudes be such turncoats. It's so funny. Jim Lampley also did an interview. All right, you have 3 seconds, Mark Taylor. He said Abel is senile. Oh, he's the one that block him. That's an automatic fail. He didn't answer the question. He just said Abel's senile. Block him. Thank you for playing, Mark Taylor. See how they do? Now Abel's senile. But when Abel was calling Canelo, doing meat commercials and all that, now you know that was cool. None of that was senile. But then when he says something that shits on what you've been saying, now he's senile. You see how they turn on the own people that they trying to protect or support? Now all of a sudden it's them. And just like they did with Chocolatito, he gets knocked the fuck out by Rungvisai, and then Lampley's like, oh yeah, he's done. He can't come back. They literally did an interview and said that. Said it's over for him, like to come back at a high level. You know? Jim Lampley also did an interview. I don't know if you guys know this. He says, you just Google it. He says if Triple G loses his fight to Canelo, then his career was it says his career, what did he say? He said basically like his career is like was a waste. Like he wasted his whole career, something like that. Like his whole career was in vain, something crazy like that. And we talking about the ringleader of old media, Jim Lampley. We talking about the, you know. Hold on 1 second, y'all. This is how they be turncoating. I'm trying to show y'all. Lampley. Triple G's entire career is a failure if he loses to Canelo. Y'all see that? This is what they do. Turncoat. It says Lampley. Golovkin's entire career is a failure if he loses to Canelo. So he lost. So Lampley basically said Triple G's whole career is a failure. See how they just changed? And he did say that before the fight. You see how old media be making it worse for themselves? You have the king of old media, Jim Lampley, who admitted in his opinion that if Triple G were to lose to Canelo, which he did last night, that his whole career is a failure. Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What happened to you? I got the sickest vendetta when it comes to cheddar. Homie, you pay with my paper, homie, and I ain't gonna let her. Like, I mean, what is us to say? Why, like, that scene, that's crazy. Like, Jim Lampley says your whole career is a waste. I'm out. Thank you guys for tuning in. I mean, you guys have no leg to stand on. All you guys like, oh, yeah, you just sucking Canelo, all that dumb shit. Lampley just said his whole career is a failure. Oh, we got a hot seat. That's his opinion. No shit. No, I never claimed it was anyone else's opinion. So what that mean, Jordan James? See how they try to find a way out of it. They know it looks horrible. They know it looks damaging. So what they do is try to, oh, he didn't mean it like that, or that's his opinion. No shit. When did I say it was anyone else's opinion? I told you, I referenced it. I told you it's available online. We know whose opinion it is. So what is the point of your comment, Jordan James? Jordan James 20. You said that's his opinion. Yeah, and that's fucked up because he's a longtime supporter of Triple G, and he's part of the reason that Triple G has received the exposure that he's received. And then now he's, basically saying if thing A happens, then his whole career is a failure, and thing A did happen. So why is it, okay, this is my thing. I'm the biased one, and things are always, I'm attacked for everything. Like, I did everything wrong. I didn't fight Triple G. I didn't make Canelo and Eddie Reynoso and them come up with a good game plan. That's what they did, So before the fight, Lampley says if Triple G were to lose to Canelo, then his whole entire career is a failure. He said that. So now what do we do since he did lose to Canelo? You can cry. You can shed tears. Shedding crocodile tears with my baby sister. Over the years, we was poor and a little kid. Doesn't change anything. If I go to BoxRec right now, it'll say Triple G has an L. And then the belts that Canelo's like garnishing in Triple G's face, it kind of tells us a story. So now that he lost, so Jim says his career's a failure. He said that. Don't see, they act like they shoot the messenger. They say I'm the bad guy or I'm biased and this motherfucker and fuck new media. I never said that about you. I didn't say, oh, if you lose this particular fight, your whole career is a failure. He said it. So how do I get blamed for this? He's 36. Who cares? Mayweather beat Canelo when he was 37. Fuck is you talking about? Juan Manuel Marquez knocked out Pacquiao in the fourth fight. He was 40. Stop it. You guys, I told you, it was a new form of government. Ego's army. We got the militia. We got soldiers. We got facts. We got the money. The ball's in our court now. All these excuses, they don't hold up. You might have been able to get away with it in like, 2011 or some shit. But it's a new day, a new dawn. Talking about he 36. Floyd just knocked out Conor McGregor and he was 28 and Floyd was 41. What are we really talking about? Skills pay the bills. Bernard Hopkins beat guys in his 40s. He beat Kelly Pavlik 44, 45. This is off the top of my head. Why do I know this, but you don't? I do, but you don't. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Okay. I know it, but you don't. How do I know it? But you don't know that. He's 30. I mean, come on, guys. He's 36. 36, it's all depending on how you treat your body, how you fight. I've seen guys do phenomenal things later than that. Like I said, Marquez knocked out Pacquiao. He was 40. Look it up. He beat Mike Alvarado, beat the brakes off him. He's like 38, 39, 40. He was older. Mayweather beat Canelo when he was a boy. All right. We done with this. Look at Omar Sandoval. Look at the names of the people, the pictures of the people who are doing the most hating in the comment section. Canelo was a boy. You guys are pathetic. You really are. He's 23 and that's a boy to you. You're legally able to drink. You can drive a car. You can vote. You can buy a pack of cigarettes. You are not no fucking boy at 23. Put it this way. When you turn 23, go murder someone and see if you get sent to juvenile hall, like a detention center, or if they put your ass in prison. Which one do you think is going to happen? Murder someone at age 23. See if they treat you like a boy. I mean, they might treat you like a boy, but it's going to be in prison. They're going to treat you like a boy. They're not going to charge you as a boy. Oh, he's just 23. Send him to the YMCA, the little detention centers and shit. Send him to YA. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. You're going to get charged like an adult and you're going to be in the pen with fucking Bojangles in there. And fucking LaTroy. LaTroy going to be like, you going to eat your cornbread. Talking about he a boy at age 23. You guys are pathetic with these excuses. Really, it's like really. It's really draining and exhausting at the end of the day. 23 is now a boy, we're saying. You got to look at my favorite rapper all the time. He died 2 years after that. Look at what Tupac had accomplished in his catalog. Look at all the things he did. Died at age 25. Oh, he was a boy. He wasn't a boy. He's a grown-ass man. Class is out of session. I had to drop that ether because I see that they still crying. They still upset. Listen, Triple G, he reached the pinnacle, fought top guys. He's never been knocked out. It's a good fight, instant classic, but I really think he lost. I don't know what you want me to do? I'm sorry. So Tom Loeffler retweeting Skip Bayless, that really does nothing for your credibility. Who's Skip Bayless? And then saying that a bunch of certain media people voted Triple G as the winner. Who are they though? Like, I don't care unless I know what person it is. Because what if it's Dan Rayfield? So, Skip Bayless is there, Dan Rayfield. That's two of the people. I wouldn't, if they voted for Triple G, I mean, that was predictable. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really care about a quantity. I want to know who those 24 people are that had Triple G. And like I said, they're welcome. They can come to the show. We'll do a hot seat with them. It don't matter. I don't discriminate. And I want to see what rounds you have. See, that's what I'm saying. What rounds did you have it for? Who? Why? How did you give them that? Break down the fight. I'm telling you, man. Wait till I do like call-ins and shit. It's going to be worse for y'all. Because you're going to be forced to hear people. See, I trust me, I'm at fights. I go to fights. And the thing is this. People will say stuff and then you start challenging what they say to them. and say, hey, that don't make sense because Braun Harper did this and Golovkin never did. And then they're like, they look like they see a ghost because they don't know how to even respond because most motherfuckers know no shit about boxing. It's that simple, you know? It's that simple. And see, there's a difference. You can write for boxing and still not know shit about boxing. You get what I'm saying? All you have to do is know faces, dates, places. Like, okay, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are set to fight at T-Mobile Arena November 19th, 2018. And then you get an email with the press release, and it has quotes from Wilder, quotes from Fury, information for, you know, and then you just copy and paste that or just hand type it, right? You can do that. You can string together and put that. You can like boxing and know things about boxing, but I'm talking about to know it, to know the sport, and like a good variety of what you say, Errol Spence or a top level professional, Derek James, you know, Bomac, Crawford, right? Danny Garcia, they would co-sign what you're saying. I didn't see what Andre Ward explaining why Canelo won, but I'll check it out. You know what I mean? But I'm sure it's probably what I've been saying. So, see, again, I don't need validation from a fighter or a network or anything to know what I saw. Why is Mr. Mexican style Golovkin retreating at the hands of the smaller man? He wore the gloves you wanted him to wear, or he couldn't wear the puncher gloves that he initially wanted to wear. He's doing year-round drug testing. He's smaller. Golovkin has been fighting at those weights, middleweight, since the amateurs, whereas Canelo started at like 35. Been fighting since he was 15. You know, didn't go to the Olympics. Triple G has a silver medal in the Olympics, right? You thought you won the first fight. You told him to sit there and trade. You didn't like the way the hands were wrapped. They said it was legal, so that stayed. You didn't want him wearing too much tape, so he didn't wear too much tape. You wanted him to not run. You got everything you wanted, minus maybe you weren't okay with the stacking of the hand wrap. But he wore orthopedic winning gloves more so than the puncher glove he wanted to wear from his trainer. No boxing, no life. You had everything your way, and Triple G's face still looked bad. He still was losing. He still looked wilted and tired. I'm telling you, we might not see the same Triple G because fights like this, mark my words, fights like this, more so than physically, psychologically affect fighters like Triple G from what I've seen, just like Kovalev. Because the thing you guys don't understand as fans is this. You can try to soften the blow and say, oh, it's okay, Triple G, you really won. But people know in their heart of all hearts whether they feel that way or not. Triple G, the way he reacted, didn't look like he really believed that he won at the end of the fight. You know, he was looking down. They did a split screen, and they think he was looking down. Canelo's just like listening, you know. So the thing is, all you fans, you can say whatever you want, but if he feels that he didn't win, which it sounds like, he said, they asked him, they said, did you win? And he said, I'm not going to say if I won or lost. Why would you say that? You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, if I win, I'm going to say I won. You know, that's like, if someone said, hey, Ego, did you get your Canelo Triple G prediction right? I'm not going to say, oh, I'm not going to reveal if I got my prediction right or wrong. But that's what Triple G said. He said, I'm not gonna say if I won or wrong or if I won or lost because the judges said he won. Who says that? You know. So again, you fans could try to make him feel better, but internally he's gonna feel however he feels about that. And I think this was I think he lost this fight, and I think him and Abel probably know that. So you could do all this is what I call damage control. You do all the damage control you want, but it doesn't change anything. You know. And then when he gets up in his next fight. See, this is the thing. You can't change perception. You can't change the way Charlo was in the crowd looking at you in that fight. He said, hell of a fight, good fight. Charlo probably like, oh, shit, I can, you know. You can't change perception. Charlo said Canelo won, and it was well-deserved. right? So all you fans could be like, oh, fuck you, Charlo. No, Triple G really won. Do you think Charlo's going to lose confidence and be like, man, I can't beat Canelo. I can't beat Triple G. I can't beat Triple G because the fans said Triple G was robbed. No. So, you know, you guys might as well just drop it because, again, you're not going to be able to change mass perception of what people seen, you know, especially other fighters. Hey, Alex Rodriguez, block him. He's trying to put slick code words and shit. His name is Axel Rodriguez. Look at the names and the faces and the picture, if they have them, of the people who are doing the most hating in the comment section. Axel Rodriguez has now been removed by Ronald Finkley, shooter extraordinaire. Clayton Parrish, hey, Ego, you got some Canelo sauce on your lips or been kissing Max Kellerman's herpes? Clayton Parrish, remove him from the stream. Look at the names and the faces and the pictures of the people doing the most hating in the comment section. I'm talking boxing, they talking about dicks. Look at the names, look at the pictures, and look at the faces of the people who are doing the most hating. These young boys can't beat me. Salute, Ego's Army. I can't wait for the next one. Joshua Povetkin, I think, is the next big fight. Let's get it. Holla at the boy. You guys have a good Sunday. Peace out.